addicts.
Hey guys.
Is anybody here?
Not yet.
Is anybody here seen my old friend Bobby? Can you tell me where he's gone?
Okay, let me mute this.
Crazy cowboys looking for books. Your books are cheaper than our bins. Our bins are $79 and $99 or something. Can you tell me where he's gone?
It won't mute you.
Crazy cowboys.
There we go.
So say I'm glad that's you, not me. I would be really giving up if this thing was me again. I'm like, please don't let it be me. Hello, Ella and Lori.
Totally me. Let me fix this.
Ella and Lori are here.
Hey guys. Oh, I have it on private chat instead of comment, so I can't see anybody.
You can't see them anyway.
I know. Well, I can see their words coming up.
I'm being.
Okay, let me try this again.
Hey, Sandy, how are you? Oh, it's a Wednesday night chat. I guess I saw Chuck's going live here in about a couple hours or an hour or something.
I thought he did that on Thursday.
Well, he's doing one with somebody else. He's on somebody else's channel, too.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
He's a traveling man. Hey, Papa Sticks and Faith.
Hey, guys.
Angie has a video out if y'all hadn't seen it yet. Hello, Karen. Not that I watched it, but.
Rude. He's so rude.
I'm kidding. I watched it. Book lady.
Hi, Karen. Hey, Paul.
And I'm the same way as you about Bibles. I'm going to sell the Bible.
I've always sold Bibles, but I know some people get like really weirded out by it. Oh, you shouldn't make profit on, religion. And I'm like, but you would go to a Christian bookstore and buy a Bible.
Yeah.
Would you rather a beautiful Bible go to that landfill? That seems silly.
Or steal it from the hotel?
Yeah.
Hey, Zygon Tiger. Linda's here. Man, we already got 11 people in here, and we ain't even started playing puzzles yet.
In my video, I said
getting your puzzles.
My Stephen King book, The Stand, was worth $60, but it's this one. It's this It book because it's the UK first edition. And it shows, where is it? Right there. You can see UK originally $12.95, but it has this really cool cover. Guess we didn't have that in the States. $60 for a Stephen King book.
Well, there's the other book guy.
Hey, Matt, where did he get books at?
At Crazy Caz Boys, that's what I said.
Oh, I didn't go. I went to the bins. I didn't go to Crazy Caz.
Oh, okay.
Today would have been a great day on 25-cent day.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Lissa. Lissa's actually here on time. Wow.
Hey.
Usually she comes in like an hour late and goes, where y'all started? Where you been? I better shut up or I won't get no cookies. Did you tell her to send you walnuts or what was the other one? Cashews? I don't think I've ever eaten cookies with cashews.
Who's making cookies? I don't know anything about this.
Oh, well, maybe.
She didn't offer any to me.
Oh. Never mind. Oh, he said his were blah.
Matt, I didn't even go to Cowboys today because yesterday I found like 30 items for $1, and it was a stretch to get there. To get to 30 items. I was not happy at all. So I didn't waste my time. So I went to the bins instead and found quite a few books. So I was pretty happy about that.
I went to Goodwill and spent $46, and this was $1.60. And you know how I am with noisemakers. He sounds like me before dinner.
What is he saying? Is he just
he's kind of just mumbling, grumbling, sound like he's almost snoring. But when I saw $1.60, I was like, yep, I'm taking that home. And then I found a Steve Young 49er champion jersey and some vintage t-shirts, or kind of vintage. Back to the Future, Spider-Man from 2007, and a Walt Disney World from '04, but it had some issues when I got it home. I was like, God dang it. But
plain or walnut? Yes, I mentioned Angie. Walnut.
Okay, that's what I said.
Jay from my video
Thank
today,
you, Sandy.
I showed these things, these little science things, and Jay got them from me. I paid $1, but unfortunately I have to send them priority because they're not books. So, and 2 people bought me coffees on my buy me a coffee thing. Awesome! It was Keith and Jay. They're so sweet.
Did you buy coffee with it?
Not yet, but I will.
Plain
or walnut. You have to go for the walnut.
That's what I did. I already said walnut.
Oh, yeah. Matt said, great weather this weekend, so I'll be hitting up estate sales and yard sales. And that guy looked like a My Pet Monster. You know what?
It's a crate creature. It's a crate creature. A crate creature?
I never heard of it.
He just looks like me, though.
A little bit.
Yeah. Twins. Yard sale. Yard sale.
Well, there was an estate sale, Matt, today in Gulf Breeze from 1 till 6. I just happened to look on there, and I'm like, if the bridge was open during the last hurricane, or the major bridge that goes to our beach was wiped out by barges, and it's still not open, because if it was, I would have been over there. But it would be like an hour and 20-minute drive each way. Journey is here.
Hello, Miss Journey. By the way, in North Georgia Flipper, welcome, but you won today. You don't know it yet, but I'm going to need you to send me your address. You won a TheCapGuy ball cap, and I need to send it to you. Yeah, it's priceless. All right. It's first edition. Who knows? When I get to 1,000 subscribers, it'll be like Lonnie's mug. His is worth like 150, 200. Mine will be worth at least a quarter. But I need your address, and I'm going to send my email address. I'll just post it here because I don't care. And I need North Georgia Flipper to send me his address, and I will get that cap out to you tomorrow if you send it to me tonight.
I won the watch and was ecstatic. I don't ever win things. I wanted that watch.
You did well. You're going to be close enough to get it from him.
Right? What to fight for it.
I got 2 of them from Lonnie, so.
Gino is here.
Hey, Mr. Gino. He's probably pushing his shopping cart around Salvation Army right now.
I need to message Gino. He wants to ask some questions about doing a live stream, so I won't forget. I'll send it to you tomorrow. Do you see Tanya's here?
Yep. Hello, Tanya. Miss Journey. There's Robert. He also won. He won the Kiss shirt. He said that'll go good in my VW bus. And I was like, as long as you're not playing Beth, you need to be playing Detroit Rock City or I Want to Rock and Roll All Night when you're driving in it.
Right.
Beth's a little too mild for that, but
let me see.
He practices walking around the house pushing a shopping cart. And I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. Yeah, and it's never been open, Matt. It's I got 2 of them, like I said, from Lonnie Shed Flip. So there you go. God of Thunder. There you go. I got a little brother that was a huge Kiss fan, and he later became the lead singer of a heavy metal band. He could do Rob Halford and Judas Priest.
Really?
To the T. He played all over our Texas. Austin mainly. Love Gun, yep. Love Gun. Matter of fact, I got some free records. Somebody threw them out a while back, and I was just going through them, and I found this one in the box. So
that's awesome.
It's Destroyer. Yep. Detroit Rock City's on there.
Hey,
God of Thunder's on there. Yep.
Hey, Jimmy, what's up?
And Beth is on there, too. There you go.
Jimmy, I was thinking about you yesterday. I bought Transformers from somebody off Facebook, and they were like faux formers. They weren't actual Transformers. And I was like, I should have ran this by Jimmy before I bought these and I'd have saved my dang money.
Hey, Derek. Hey, Marcy.
Marcy,
Yeah,
hey.
I'd say Priest of the metal bands. Priest was my favorite just because of the rhythms, the double rhythms. But
Really?
oh, I loved it. I loved it. Of course, I like Scorpions and I like Def Leppard, and Def Leppard wasn't as hard as some of the others, but I wasn't a
I'm
big
more like
Maiden fan. Who?
Def Leppard, AC/DC.
Oh, I loved AC/DC, but they're not really metal. They're kind of harder
Yeah,
rock.
that's true. That's true.
My brother was a big Dio fan too. I used to always harass him because he always messed with his hair. My brother used to get mad about it. Judas Priest, Gator. Oh, wow. Where are you getting these gators at, Tanya? Actually, Upstate Scavenger, Tanya, Thrifty Nana Horton, has an Iron Maiden mask for sale in her eBay store, but I couldn't find your eBay store, Tanya. I looked for it and I couldn't find it. And Van Halen, yeah. Van Halen wasn't really what I call metal, but they were hard rock, yeah.
I had a friend in high school who played the guitar like constantly. He was like this little nerd who you'd always find him in his garage playing his guitar. And I didn't realize he got famous afterwards. And how I found out he was famous was, do y'all remember that pyrotechnics fire for Great White? Mm-hmm. He was the lead guitar player of Great White, and he died that day.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. But I mean, he was super talented, but man.
Yeah, my brother played in a couple of bands. Then he went in the Navy, was on the USS Enterprise. And then he came out and played in some more. He's on YouTube, a couple of his songs, some originals. I'll put the name of the band. If you go on YouTube, Big Daddy, look him up and you may find him. He's got a real curly hair and he's a little bitty short guy, but man, he could sing.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Judas Priestess.
Yeah, I love it. Cool. Judas Priest, they rocked. They rocked.
I loved Van Halen.
Yeah, the original Van Halen. Not after 1984, the album.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get these Transformers to show you guys, and you can tell me what you think. Hold on.
All right. You know, it's funny you say that. When I was in the Philippines, there was a lot of places along Magsaysay Drive in Subic City, and Olongapo City, and they could emulate any rock band of ours to the T musically. And of course, the lead singer of Journey's from the Philippines as well. But they had huge speakers and they could just rock. You could not tell the difference, but we had a lot of fun. He was a BT. Oh, WillerTech.
Okay.
No, my brother, he was a aerographer's mate. Best job in the Navy because that's a weatherman. And then he was a master at arms. Transformer.
Yeah, I thought it was a Transformer, but there's not a single thing on here that says Transformer.
What year is it? Does it have a year on it? It's missing a hand.
I know. That's one of the many, 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 many items.
I don't think it's got a lot of value. Just without looking at it, I don't think it has a lot of value.
Oh no, there's none of these do. I got ripped off. Like I don't know what this is. It won't stay closed.
Well, that one's gonna be a problem. But y'all hear on the news that American Airlines pilot reported between Cincinnati and Phoenix, a cylinder-shaped spacecraft flew by him.
What?
And now they're investigating, but guess what? It's going to be hush-hush. They're not going to say anything because people don't want to admit it exists. Hey, Jimmy, what's up, buddy? Yeah, he said he saw that. He's missing the hand. Hey, Harry, welcome to the channel. we were just talking about bands, but we didn't even bring up the Eagles. I heard Harry and them talking about somebody was giving him a hard time about saying one of the Eagles were the best band ever. They were definitely up there though. Journey, Eagles, definitely some of the best bands ever. But my favorite song by the Eagles is New Kid in Town. So.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Jimmy said it looks like the Iron Man Imagine X suit. $20.
Keith said he sold. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
She gave me a bunch of stuff, including then a bag of like a bunch of little toys that I'm sure I can make my money back. I paid $25 for all of it, but I wasn't going to buy it, but she looked like she really, really needed the money. And I'm like, oh, so I just bought it, just to be nice.
I guess subsailors are listening to the Beatles when they're down below the water line. Now, the Beatles were one of the best bands ever, but I wouldn't say the best band ever. But they did have a ton of hits. But when they broke up, they were all still good individually. A lot of people that leave their original bands aren't very good after that, or don't make it like they did. And all the Ringo had a couple of hits, but the rest of them were still really good. My opinion, folks. My opinion. Top UK band. I'd have to say Queen, probably, or the Stones.
I love Queen. Okay, now I've said I've loved every band you've said.
Oh, I love music, so Queen, Def Leppard, Foreigner. I love them all. AC/DC, of course, Back in Black. Great album.
I used to get teased because I used to love the Cars.
Oh, I like the Cars.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, I like Barry Manilow. So. He sang heavy rock.
Oh, yeah. Barry Manilow was heavy, all right.
I'm kidding, yeah. Him and the Carpenters, yeah. Elton John's one of the greatest, too. Different music, but definitely the best. Suit. Yes. He had some pipes. Winger. Boy, there's a throwback. Winger.
Wow.
Yeah.
The only person I know that can sing like with the kind of range Freddie Mercury had would be Brendan Urie, Panic at the Disco. He has like 4-octave range.
Well, there was a lot of popular music in the early 80s that was from Britain, from the UK. I mean,
yep.
Pet Shop Boys and all that good stuff. Men Without Hats. Taking it back.
Gino, you're right. He is just flying up there now, 718.
Yeah, I've had to pay you $1,000 per sub, Gino. I'm kidding. I'm almost broke. And then I got the taxes done. For those of you who don't know, I made $98,000 last year on eBay, so my taxes just got done, and we're still tweaking it because I'm not paying it till April. But that's right. I'm gonna owe probably upwards of $10,000. So, but I guess it is what it is.
Oh, Out Country Sales, Amber, hi.
Hey, Amber. I thought you were going live today, and I looked for you, and you weren't live. I was like, where's Amber's video? She said she was going live. I just must have got the date wrong. And I think, Marcy, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Chuck going live here in an hour or two with some people? I thought I saw that. Now, Angie, if you haven't been on his with Nady Pies, Trinket, and last week, I laughed, and I was being a smart aleck over and over again because I found out that Nady Pie eats all his food with a fork. And Chuck, you know how Chuck can be funny, and Chuck goes, you eat potato chips with a fork? He goes, I sure do. And so he showed us how he ate potato chips. And Chuck's like, I would have had the whole bag gone by the time you ate 3 chips. And he broke out salsa and taco chips. And I was like, so wait a minute, you eat spaghetti with a fork? Because I just, eat it with my hands. I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. That's
but
hilarious.
He said he doesn't touch his food. He has an aversion to touching his food. So no matter what it is, he uses a fork. And I started thinking of foods that would be hard to eat with a fork. And Chuck goes, potato chips? I was like,
oh my gosh.
oh, we had so much fun with that. Didn't we, Marcy?
Oh, he's going to be on at 8 o'clock.
With Derek. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But tomorrow night he'll be on with Nady Pie. And
thank you for sending me a message. I will check it out.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun because we were just kind of joking and cutting up with him. And then they talked about, what was he when he drinks? Jim Beam, he said the clothes come off. And it just went one right into the other. It was like, oh boy, don't look, Ethel, he's streaking now. It was too late. She'd already got a layup.
Here's another one. Is this guy a transformer? What do you think?
Yeah, Jimmy, that's a transformer.
Is it? Or a faux former?
I don't know. Jimmy, you know more about that stuff than I do. I don't buy that big stuff like that.
This one says Hasbro. Is that what it is?
Robert, I was mad at Ozzy for a long time because he did something to the Alamo that I thought was over the line, and I love him now, but at one time I was like, oh, that dang Ozzy Osbourne. He used to do some stuff. Optimus Prime Transformer, he said.
That's Optimus Prime?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I know nothing about him. I just...
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's a great... Let me go over there and check those out. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm like you, Keith. I'm just licking them fingers. I don't care. I'm getting messy. I can't sit there and be, hello, puppy pan. I can't be with a fork, especially chips. That ain't happening. There's Eddie.
Eddie, thank you. I'm still a little freaked out, but I'm getting there. Faith is back. Journey, actually, that's a great idea about the Cheetos because you can't get that off your hand. You can wash your hands afterwards, and you're still like, there's orange dust all over you.
All right, y'all see what I look like? There's no way I'm taking the patience of eating a Cheeto with a... First of all, the aliens will get them before I get any. Cheetos and chopsticks. Okay, yeah.
That's a great idea.
I'm just going to be scraping my teeth on my fingers to get the orange stuff off. I'm sorry.
It doesn't come off, though. It's like gross.
Well, you go wash your hands.
Vintage 1996 Star Trek figures. Nice.
Yeah, Paul was in the chat. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Paul? I laughed so hard. Chuck made it funny. I was trying to crack jokes. You were cracking jokes. We had old Nady Pie. It was like, you should have never told us that because now I use it all the time. I'm going to go eat that with a fork. It was a blast. That was one of the funniest chats I've been in. Tilt the bag up to your mouth. There you go. Ah, easy peasy, nice and easy.
Okay, that is a good solution.
You know, we just got to leave it to the smart people down there in Pensacola. Well, one of them anyway. No, I'm talking about Matt.
He is in Milton. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. That's close. Actually, I know his actual address. I want it. I'll put it on here right now. I know. I'm kidding. But I'm sending you a watch and a TheCapGuy card. That's something you don't have. I don't have stickers. I need to get some stickers. Somebody needs to tell me the cheapest place to get stickers made.
Yeah, I would love to know that too. So if y'all have a place, Jimmy, do you get stickers made?
And Mike, East Kentucky Picker, told me, and I forgot where he told me to get them. But he said they were like 2 cents a piece or something.
Did you see what Keith said?
I need to get some merch too. Who, Keith? TheCapGuy and GT, my day job leaked onto the evening during Chuck and Nate's live last week. Watched the replay next morning, reached for the keyboard at least 50 I'm telling you, it was so funny I couldn't resist. I was just cracking up and cracking jokes and making fun of Chuck. And then the next day I actually mentioned in my video that Chuck was going to start eating chips with a fork.
Sticker Mule? Is that a website, Ella? Because I have tons of people now ask me, do you have stickers? I want some stickers.
Hey, Far North Life, welcome. I I got a question for you, Far North Life. Since we've had all this really, really cold weather, has Alaska been really cold too? Because you sure sent it our way. And I know in recent years, they haven't had the coldest of weather. Hey, I tried to draw your name, Eddie. I mean, I kind of associated Eddie Tremble with Eddie Haskell, and I thought, well, he's a troublemaker. And he's always trying to suck up to Mrs. Cleaver. I don't know how old Eddie is, so he may not know that. It's practically summer here, 24 degrees. Yeah, my goodness. We're minus 14 last week. Yeah, that's warm to me. You know what I think, Liz, I'm going to get? I'm going to get me some of, Joe Bob merch with a possum on it. Have y'all heard about that? She had a picture she sent last week of a possum in her beer cans on her porch. And she calls him Joe Bob. I don't know why he's got to have the name Bob in there, but yeah, I guess he hangs around. And she said, and she mentioned feeding, and I went, there's why he's around. You're feeding him. 41. Yeah, they were out sourcing, weren't you, Amber? I saw your video sourcing.
I think it was like 70 here today.
It was here. It was 70 here yesterday, but today it was in the 50s.
Ooh.
Hey, I'll take 50s over minus 14.
Matt got a sunburn today.
76. Derek, where do you live? Hawaii? Or Phoenix? Oh, okay. Leave It to Beaver is my favorite all time as a child. I loved it. I have the first season on DVD. I loved it. 75 in Southern Florida, Gino.
Mm-hmm.
Would be a great mascot. Oh, North Carolina. Okay. 81 in South.
It's about time, right?
Well, there are some sales this weekend here, and it'll be in the 60s probably. I'll be there.
We have a church yard sale on Friday. I'm excited. I love church yard sales.
Oh, yeah, because they get rid of stuff cheap.
Yep.
But you got to get there early.
6 a.m. it starts, and I'll be there.
Yeah, because you're full-time.
I am full-time now, so I got to get up with the rooster.
I think everybody that's in here knows that Angie's full-time now.
Yep.
She was playing a Johnny Paycheck song in her video today. You know the song?
I'm gonna tell you what, I need to I have to be listing now, guys. Oof.
That's a motivation.
Paycheck. Well, I must be doing something right because they're still paying me, even though I didn't work this whole week, they're paying me for the whole week.
Listen, you like it that cold all the time? Oh my goodness. Not me.
It is in Pensacola. Let me see where it is. Matt, hold on.
By the way, tell them about your thing you're starting on the 1st.
Oh, yes. I have a listing challenge starting March 1st. So basically how you join is you just are going to comment over the weekend how many listings you want to commit to every single day. So the minimum is 5 a day, but that means 31 days you have to list 5 minimum every single day and account for it. But if you make it to the end, we'll be having a giveaway, a drawing for maybe a couple prizes for those who actually make it to the end. And it's just an incentive to get us into some March madness with eBay. So anybody is welcome to join, and there is a prize at the end. Let's see. It is for Matt, First Christian Church on Goodrich Drive near Langley Avenue.
You better get there before him.
I better get there before him. Don't worry.
I saw some
clear all the stuff.
A good conversation for the chat. I saw this today, and Kevin Commonwealth Flipper mentioned it last night in his video, but I saw a lot of it today on Facebook's chats, like the eBay Thrifter chat, and people were really upset at YouTubers telling where they're sourcing and all their glory holes and places that they get good stuff. How do y'all feel about it? Because my feeling is kind of like Kevin's. If you've got the work ethic to go find the stuff, there's plenty of stuff out there to find. Yes, the prices are being driven up by Goodwill and Salvation Army and all those places. And some of the people at yard sales know what they got as well, or they're looking them up or think they know what they got. And, but my thing is there's a little bit of truth to it, but I don't think just, they're saying, well, because they're YouTubers and they want to be popular on YouTube, they're telling all the good places to go. Well, I'm still making a living, and now that my retirement's going to change a little bit in another month, I'm going to rely on this money even more, like most of you do all the time, and Angie too. So I'm not saying you give away every source you have, but I think it's okay to tell people where you're buying stuff. I mean, I tell everything I sell where I got it and how much I paid for it. So give me your thoughts in the chat. Angie, chime in if you'd like. I think it's okay. I mean,
I think if you are putting all of your eggs in one basket with eBay, there's a problem. So like I tell people about Crazy Cowboys, and oh my gosh, he was frozen in this terrifying look.
I was like, I sell on eBay, yeah.
But realistically, like going to Crazy Cowboys, I have seen people, they watched Harry Tornado and drove like 7 hours, 5 hours to get there. And there was nothing there because it was a bad week. This week, 1 week I went and spent almost $200 on dollar items because it was so fabulous. And then this week I had a hard time finding 30 items. And that was, it was a stretch to find 30 items. And a lot of it wasn't things that I would normally pick up. So somebody would go there looking for all the health and beauty products, and there would have been really, really sad if they had to drive and do that. I do churchyard sales. I do thrift stores, garage sales, the bin stores like Cowboys, liquidation. You have to diversify if you want to, do well in this business. And if that's your demise, that's a problem for you, for sure.
Well, and I'm seeing a lot of, I go to a lot of places. The bins are one of the better places that other people are looking for other things. I'm looking for things they're not even looking at.
Oh,
but I know ball caps is becoming a popular one because some of us are talking about them and other people are talking about them and the money that's in them. And by the way, have you listed yours?
Nope.
That you picked up? You need to get them up.
I know.
You're full time.
I know.
Listing challengers was 20. I have a ton of diversity. I'm saying where you source. Goodwill is becoming less and less for me because of the cost of what they want. I paid almost $6 for ball caps today.
I don't go to Goodwill ever.
But it's old man discount day. I got discounts.
Yeah.
I
don't shop there at all.
But it's one of them things where you got to have diversity in your store. There's no doubt about that. I'm saying divulging where you're finding stuff. Of course, I've got one private source that I don't tell anybody. And I don't get much from this person. But you built that. Yeah. It's like Lonnie. Lonnie's not going to give up his source, and I don't blame him because he gets great stuff. But, it's just a conversation. Hey, Tracy, welcome. And I don't know. It just, to me, if you're willing to put in the effort and get out there early and get the good stuff, well, you're going to get it. You're not going to get everything. Nobody is, but you're going to get it. So I don't see the big issue. It's the people that want to drag out of bed at 9 o'clock on a Saturday and think they're going to find good stuff. That ain't happening, folks.
You know what, though? And some people can get out at 9 o'clock if they're sourcing for things that other people aren't looking for. Find what you like to source. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have picked up ball caps before necessarily, but I learned from Bobby. But I went to a thrift store that literally was full of ball caps. Someone could have came along and got all those, but they didn't. So, obviously they, I happened to pick that day and do really well, but they had tons of other things that I could have got. It's just a matter of, knowing a little bit about a lot of things and, taking chances on opportunities when they come by. So,
and I'm a social butterfly. When I'm at a sale, I'm asking, do you have video games? Do you have old ball caps? If I don't see them, I'm asking. And maybe 1 out of 4 will tell me, oh, yeah, I got some. Hang on a minute. So it's not always going to be a hit, but you got to ask of the things you want. And, I saw Gino had a gun. I can see Gino.
Kind words get you good stuff.
I can see. I'll send Bubba your way. Better give me your stuff. Right now, to get out of some. Eric. Yeah, Eric, that's true. You do. And it sounded like Heidi said she listed 10 things today. Wow.
Nice. But you know what? When I will say that I don't give everything away. I have like a consignment store that I go to, and I'll just say that it's a consignment store. And where I get my liquidation pallets, when I do those, I don't tell everyone. And the reason being is, number one, the shipping is so much that you have to pick one that's close to you. But number two, I saw Lindy Glenn when she's huge. She told people to go and get HBA lots from Via Trading, and it drove the price up $200 more than it was. And then no one could get them, including her. So she literally put herself out of business with that company, at least with those products. So I guess if you're like that size and you're giving very specific information, it could come back to haunt you. But right. She doesn't have just one source either.
Congrats, Tracy. 800 listings. All right. Heidi, no, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. I thought you said you listed 10. You haven't listed 10 since 2020 started. Oh, my goodness. Well, hey, that's why I tell you what, I'll say something about you, Heidi. I've seen your store. I watch a lot of seller stores, a lot of the big channels too. And your store has improved a lot from where you started. So you've done a lot better.
Linda, are you talking about posting items for sale on Nextdoor app? I can say that I haven't had any luck, and there's not a whole lot of postings. But when we were all under quarantine at the very beginning, I said I was a reseller. I was very upfront and said, if you have inventory, you have items in your house you don't want and you would like someone to pick them up from you, I would be happy to do that. And surprisingly, I had quite a few people offer me quite a few things that way. But I've never sold anything on there. I find Facebook Marketplace for local and even for shipping now works really well. What do you think, Bobby?
I agree. I mean, you got a list, and I listed whatever I picked up today. I haven't listed a ton, but maybe 8 or 9 items. But you got a list, and I haven't been doing a lot of listing. I haven't been motivated. I've been running sales, sending offers, and tweaking my store with the algorithm. But today and it's showing, I think I have 4 or 5 sales, and I only had 5 yesterday. So I've got to get back on the horse. And now I'm answering a question right now on a delayed shipment with USPS. I'm having a lot of that too. So
Keith is trying to get over 300. Yeah. But when you list more, you sell more. And so it's hard to keep that number up. I know. Oh, Paul said he doesn't have any luck with Facebook Marketplace. I don't have any luck with purchasing on Facebook Marketplace. At least here in my area, people on there are mostly resellers that are selling things on there. So you're not finding any, or very rarely are you finding a bargain. And if they do come on, you better be on it like that or else it's gone. Oh, your Nextdoor app is toxic, Heidi? That sucks. Full of Karens, yep. Did you get it fixed, Bobby?
No, it's a lot of shipments going to Florida.
Yeah.
I had a bunch, and around the 13th or the 17th, and none of them are showing being there. And people in Florida are going, hey, there's no bad weather here. I'm like, okay, well, it was in between Oklahoma and there. So I'm trying to be nice and say, hey, I'm sorry about USPS's issue, but the weather killed it, and hopefully they'll understand. But man, I'm worried that they're not going to protect us like they did at Christmas, and I got a bunch of them out there.
Yep, me too.
Do the rest of y'all have that going on right now with your shipments because of the weather?
Let's see. Redbeard said they're all resellers on Facebook in our area. You're right. You know, something that really aggravated me last year is I got new furniture and I had a really nice lazy boy couch that I was giving away. And I said, I really want it to go to somebody who's actually needs a couch. And I said, I'm a reseller. I have plenty of things. If you want free stuff, I will give them to you. But please don't be a reseller and get this couch. And I gave it away for free. And the guy used my own pictures within 2 hours to list it for $150. I was like, dude, oh, I won't say what I said. Because I really try to be nice. But I wasn't nice that time. Because he came in, he was giving me the sob story. I'm like, did you not think I was going to see you? You listed it right back in the same place I just listed it. Ugh.
I have, if y'all saw my inventory, I've got plenty to list. I'm so far behind and about to start sourcing again with yard sales. And I'm just like, okay. But then people try to go into these listing things on YouTube to get hours. And they're like, okay, let's do a listing thing. And we're listing. And I'm like, how many listings did I do? 0. Because I got into the chat and I'm chatting. And didn't you do that last week?
Yes, I got nothing accomplished. Nothing.
Yeah. It's hard because
you want intentions.
Thank you, Ciro, for subscribing. Please subscribe to Angie Resells. By the way, everybody, if you have a channel and you're in this chat, please subscribe to each other because that's what we like to do. I've been telling people that I've met on Instagram or on YouTube. Come to the chat, the live chat, whether it's on Angie's week, where it's on her channel or on mine, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, and subscribe to each other's channels. Let's help the small channels help each other. Once in a while, you'll get lucky and get somebody bigger to shout you out. And I did because I bought something from Mr. Kevin, and I appreciate Kevin. He's done that more than once for me. But typically, we're relying on each other and the content that you put out, and hopefully the way we entertain and teach get you interested and you want to watch the videos. I mean, most of mine they watch for like 4 or 5 minutes, and that's JT's deal. So I think what I'm going to start doing is
cute.
Well, I'm going to have him start doing the what sold part, and maybe that'll stretch out my minutes.
There you go.
It's what we sold today. We sold this guy today, and where's my dang button that I paid? Not all of you have seen it, so only Angie gets to see it again and go, ooh. I found this for $1.60 today. Oh, we never can get the dang camera thing right. It's me when I'm headed to Chow for you Navy guys. Head of the line pass at Chow. I used to always get those as a radioman. That means you don't have to wait in line to eat Chow while you're on watch.
Let's see.
Okay, the lady was understanding in Ocala, Florida. Where's Ocala?
Ocala, that is, I don't know. I think it's South Florida. I'm in the Panhandle. We know nothing about Florida. We're just kind of like lower Alabama.
Kind of like northern and southern Louisiana. The southern part is Cajuns, and the northern part's considered like another state or Yankees or something.
Yeah, they don't even consider, most people who are in Florida don't consider us Florida.
Oh, Matt said Central Florida.
Oh, is it?
I went to boot camp in Orlando, so I understand all that. I've got some Garfield brushes and stuff that I'm sending an offer on. Vintage. I'm trying to push my sales, folks. I'm trying to push my sales. 1 hour north of Orlando.
Oh, okay. I hear they have really good Goodwills there, Gino, or at least the bins.
I haven't been to our bins since, God, July or August.
I was there today, and we have the smallest bins, and it's no joke. Most people are like, oh, they can't be that small. We literally have 6 of the bins, the blue rolling bins, 3 here and 3 here, and then there's a little space, and they're next to each other, and then 3 and 3. That's it. That's the whole store. I mean,
the answer to your question there, or your comment there, Mr. North Georgia Flipper, is I was in San Antonio doing my in-processing to go to boot camp, and there were 3 when I was in the Navy. It was San Diego, which is where most people from Texas go, or Great Lakes, Illinois, outside of Chicago, or Orlando. And they said, you want to go to San Diego or Great Lakes? I said, I want to go to Orlando. So there I went. And then I went to A school in San Diego, and my first ship was in South Carolina. And then back to Coronado. I loved Coronado, California. Man.
Really?
San Diego's got the best climate in America.
What's selling ugly boots? I can appreciate that. Oh no, she wants to cancel. I didn't read it all.
But yeah, make sure that you subscribe to everybody in the chat and the hosts, and especially the host. I'm kidding. And help each other out. And when you subscribe and I see it, I'm going to subscribe to you. Or if you tell me you subscribe to me, and try to catch some of your content. Yeah, I went in late '78, right before Christmas. So I was in boot camp at Christmas of '78.
I was little then.
Did you show them some of the stuff you bought today?
I showed it on my video.
Well, why would they want to watch that?
I don't know. Oh, Matt, it was 12 bins, and the smelly guy was not there today. I was very happy. Isn't that terrible?
We're gonna lose viewers, Angie.
Have y'all heard the story? Okay, I'll tell you for who hasn't heard it. My bins, I don't go to it a lot because we have a gentleman who, I don't know, I would imagine he is a bad hoarder because his whole car is like filled up to the top, but he doesn't shower, and I have a very easy gag reflex, and he smells terrible. Yet even from 5 feet away, and I don't make fun of people, and I would never say that, around him or to him, other than many times I thought about making him a care package of soaps and things just to encourage him, but it's bad. And I'm a terrible person, guys. I am I feel terrible just even saying it, but I can't I couldn't shop there for the longest time because he would always come. I buy a lot of books there and shoes, and he would come right over top of me, and I'm and I would literally be gagging, and I'm like, that's making it worse. I'm gagging around this poor man who doesn't understand, obviously, that he smells really awful. Oh gosh. I sound like a terrible person, Bobby. I'm really nice, I promise.
I don't know how to pass out wrenches on live stream.
You have to go onto YouTube.
You know what happens when I go out of here?
I know, but you have to go onto the YouTube page and then hit the 3, find anybody's message, hit the 3 buttons, and then add moderator. I would do it, but I can't on your channel.
Hey, Eric, you going to watch my video Sunday? All right, so I'm not going to get out of here. I'm just going to go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Because if I get out of here, I'm going to.
He's gone. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, he needs to give some wrenches. Angie, do not feel bad. A guy that has very bad BO stood next to me and I fainted. Oh, Ella, I'm so sorry. I sound like a horrible person. I have never ever said a word anywhere there or around him. But come, and all I can think of is, the hoarding show, Hoarders. I know his house has to be like that. And I'm thinking, do you not have running water? when you wear the same clothes, like I used to go all the time, like 4 and 5 days, and he would be in the same clothes every day. I'm like, where are you getting money to like buy things? Anyway, let's see. The soap package will be part of the hoard. Yeah. If he can shop at the bins, he can buy soap. Yeah, unfortunately. But he wasn't there today, and it's sad when I'm like happy about that. No, I can handle, body odor. This is another level. Another level. But hey, I'm going to put my, I think all of you guys are subscribed to me, but if you are not, I'm going to put my channel in here. I am Angie Resells. Can't spell. I'm at 720 some subscribers. And when I get to 1,000, guys, I am giving away a Rollo printer. If you are international and I can't ship, unfortunately, international, but you can get an Amazon gift card instead. So you can use that. But it's my thank you for all the support. You guys have been amazing. And supporting both me and Bobby. We met on here and just became fast friends and just get along famously. So it's nice to have like a little partner in crime that you always have someone to talk to and chat with. And he's back.
I think I gave everybody one but if you can check.
Yeah, if you didn't get a wrench, if you're not blue yet, just let us know and he can go back and do that.
Yeah, because I messed up my video today when I went out to do the wheel and couldn't get back in. I was like, ah.
He didn't have me in the room to help him. Sorry, guys.
Can't help it. You didn't want to be there. So blame Bobby if it turns out bad for you.
Oh, see, Tracy, that makes me feel better. See, it's not just me. Yeah, I'm giving a Rollo printer away. I swear by mine. I went over 20 years selling on eBay without a thermal printer. Now, granted, they weren't available in the early days, but I finally gave in and got the Rollo. And then I was freaked out when I got it because it didn't set up like instantaneously like I thought it would. It took a little, you had to change your labels in eBay or whatever. But oh my gosh, it is a game changer. And just not having to buy ink is amazing. Passing out wrenches.
Like Oprah. What do you mean you feel like a Smurf, Papa Sticks? You don't have a wrench? I can go back and get you one.
Ugh.
Let me get in there. I'm going to go back.
North Georgia Flipper. Blame Bobby if that turns out bad. You get a wrench and you get a wrench. Aw, we're all Smurfs with our little blue color. Oh, nice. You got one, Robert, 2 weeks ago? Matt, a lot of people have Dymos. I heard, and some people love them, I heard negative reviews about the Dymo XL. And when I decided to buy one, I just went with the reviews, and the Rollo was doing really well. The only thing I wish is, like North Georgia Flipper said, it needs to be wireless because you have to have it sitting right here on your desk. I would love to have it on the table beside and be able to print. I'm assuming that one of these days they're going to have a dongle you could buy to make it wireless. But right now, it's not available. And that would make it perfect.
I got you, Papa Sticks. He turned blue. He said he felt like a Smurf. I got you. Well, at least you were Papa Smurf.
Mr. Pissy Pants.
What? Oh.
Eric. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I'm not the only one out there who can appreciate when somebody is not good.
So North Georgia Flipper, make sure you send me an email. I'm just reminding you so I can get your prize out. I've got everybody else's addresses. For Upstate Scavenger, you don't ever know what you're going to get from me in the package, but you will get a Kiss shirt. For Raymond, he's not in the chat. NGA Flipper, I'm sending you something that'll sink your submarine because You gave me such a hard time about my my Target. Hey, Ohio big guy, welcome. I have a 4XL too, and I got it used on eBay, and I love it. I love
Really?
it. It does occasionally like go offline, and I just unplug it and replug it in.
Well,
A new
I
car.
know that the Dymo, you have to have certain labels with the holes in the sides.
Mm-mm.
No?
4x6. And if you have an account with UPS, you can get labels for free.
Shouldn't do that.
I'm retired UPS. What are you talking about? I don't get
UPS, you shouldn't be taking their labels.
I don't get them from them, but I said I could.
You could, yeah, we all
I
could.
don't ship to
UPS, but if you don't, I see other YouTubers giving that advice. Oh, just go to UPS and they'll send you labels. That's like, why? Why are you telling people to like take labels?
Well, they do monitor your usage, so you can't like just get abundance of them once you're not using them much.
Reselling Roller Coaster said they didn't know that thermal printers didn't use ink. I guess that's true. How would you, if you didn't think about it?
Yeah, I was going through like $50 a month because I ship about $300 a month, or I was when it was busier time. And when I got this for about $100 online, and the reason I got it, the people bought it, it wouldn't fit their program on their computer. Yeah. I don't think they had the current Windows. So they sent it to me and said, we think it works, but if not, we will take it back. And it worked, and it's been fantastic. It saved a lot of money.
Well, Prison to Profit, Dante, he just got a printer from one of the bin stores, Crazy Cowboys, or one of them. He paid $7 for it, and it is identical to my Rollo, except for it's a different color, but otherwise identical. And so I imagine it's just the Chinese knockoff, or it's probably from this exact same factory. And it's working like a charm.
Hey, there's a big YouTuber that is his name Josh or something, that used to make videos, and he puts priority boxes in priority envelopes. So there's all kinds of people. And then Matt brought up sending video games media mail. I don't like to send anything media mail, to be honest with you, because of the mail system.
Yeah.
Hey, Gino, I don't have a car to give away, but I know where you can find a Volkswagen van in South Carolina. But you're probably going to have to sneak up on it at night and just take off with
it. So funny.
Robert ain't going to like that.
Scavenger, Robert, he only has 42 subscribers, guys. Go over. You put in his link in the chat. Go over and give him a sub. Let him know. Leave him a comment. Let him know that you sub so he can subscribe back to you.
And he's a veteran, and he was at the VA today. I hope everything went good, Robert. And he was in the right range.
How Big Guy uses the Dymo 4XL too. No problems.
Who does?
How Big Guy.
Yeah, I love mine.
A lot of people. It's just I read some reviews, and Rollo had a little bit better reviews at the time, so that's what I went with.
Of course, I may get if I win a Rollo, I may use it.
Well, Alyssa, you can win one once I get to 1,000 subs.
Well, I'm at 740 now.
Are you really?
No.
I'm like, dang.
What
Someone else must have shouted you out.
720.
Thank
you, folks. I know. I was like, didn't think I was ever going to get to 700. Maybe I need to buy more stuff from other people. Hey, Gina, what do you got for sale? Oh. Yeah, everybody sub to Mr. Upstate. Sub to everybody that's in the room. If you see somebody that you don't recognize, subscribe to them, and please subscribe in return if they subscribe to you. That's the way I do it. Even the big channels, if they're not subscribed to me, I don't subscribe. I may watch their channel, but I'm not subscribing. I know that's kind of childish, but, hey, we all need help.
Yeah.
Number 46. There you go. We may get you to 50, Robert, before
Lisa says, we know I'll be on the wheel next to the winner.
Hey, Eddie, I don't have
multiple times.
she has. Eddie, I don't know where in South Carolina, but I'll have the address here shortly and I'll send it to you. I'm kidding, Robert. It's funny. That's funny.
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the chat. I feel like I'm not looking at anyone. I'm like reading.
Linda says, check out the college picker for info on different thermal printers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have nothing to go by. I have the Rollo. That's the only one I ever had. I saw some people say, yeah, they like this one and that one. And then maybe one or two reviews that there was something about the XL that had a problem that it was like, was not staying on or staying online or something. And so you'd have to reboot it. That's as much as information as I can give you. Other than having a thermal is amazing that you don't have to buy ink. The labels are so much cheaper. You can have like 500 labels sitting there at one time. You don't have to have like the sticker labels in your regular printer. You can just have that for whatever you need.
Robert, upstate is at 48, so we need 2 more to get him to 50.
Nice.
And also, remember, everybody, you got to watch a video. So watch a video, and then you'll know exactly, if you pay attention to the stores he goes into, you'll know exactly what town to go steal the van from. Sorry there, Robert. Sorry. North Georgia Flipper, see, he'll just sneak in a submarine and get it. Flippy
Flipperson.
Hey, what's going on?
You have the knockoff printer? Yeah, I said Prison of Profits has the knockoff one, and he's been printing. He's like, man, this is the best thing ever. And of course, he got it for $7.
Flippy has a thing in his videos where he does tips. I watched his the other day and was checking it out. So y'all check out. And again, subscribe to anybody in the room that's not. We almost got Robert to 40 or 50. I mean, dang, Robert, was taking you backwards, wasn't I? Yeah, there's a lot of resellers in here. I think almost everybody here. The only one that doesn't resell that I'm aware of in here is Journey, right?
Yeah.
With that,
I think.
Because Lissa resells, but she doesn't have a channel. There's a few that don't have channels, but most of them do.
Lissa needs to start listing more. Bobby, give Flippy McFlipperson a wrench. And Eddie Trammell. I'm so bossy. I'm just like, do that on your channel. Oh, you sold bongos? Oh, Gino, I didn't know you had a video today. I will have to go check it out. Upstate blinding blue, but it's a reseller party. Yay, Upstate, you got to 50. Congrats. I will tell you, and probably most people in this chat will tell you, the first 100 is by far the hardest when you become a YouTuber. And, you know, the first 1,000 are challenging, but that first 100, it feels like it'll never happen sometimes. You had a very good week. Well, I can't wait to see it, Gino. Papa has a channel, but no content. Well, you need to change that. Nice.
I would say I gave Eddie and Flippy a wrench. I would say the 200 to 300 for me was really hard.
Yeah, the first 300.
Once you get to 300, you just fly. Okay, well, I've been on doing this for a year or daily, and I ain't flown nowhere.
Yeah, 94 is what Matt is. Matt, put your link in. We have lots of people in here that may not be subbed to you.
Yep, Redbeard's Treasures, Matt.
Yeah, Redbeard's Treasures. He's right here. He's like a fellow panhandle Floridian with me.
He's a
imagine one of these days you'll see him on one of my videos because we're bound to run into each other.
I've never seen him panhandling in his videos.
Gino, you are right. Gino just made it to 1,000. He knows it takes work to get to 1,000.
Yep. And there's many times I almost quit, but people like Miss Journey and Lissa and Mad Mountain Link and the people that were originally talked to me and said, don't quit. And I didn't. So I'm still not there though, but I'm on my way. One of these years before they put me in the ground. Well, they're not putting me in the ground. They're going to kind of sprinkle me on the ground.
There you go.
Well, you know what the bad part is, Eddie? When you get to a landmark like 100 or 200 or 300, you really need to get about 110, 210, because whether it's the algorithm or people unsubscribing, you go back. And nothing's more depressing than hitting a milestone and then going, okay, I woke up with 110 or 105 and now I got 99. You know, you're like, ah. So.
And I don't think people realize when you subscribe to somebody, just watch one of their videos, leave a comment if you want to, because then you actually stick with the, you'll keep the subscription. If not, after a few days, YouTube just says, yeah, you don't really want to subscribe to them, obviously.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, and you know what's funny? When I first did it, I bought something from Lonnie. Shed Flips, and he said, that's when he was actually Garage Flips, and he said, good luck on your YouTube, this is not easy. And I thought, okay, it can't be that easy, I got a puppet, I'm good. Yeah, he was right, it's not easy.
All right, Redbeard's up to 97, he needs 3 more, guys. Links in the chat. Let's get him to 100. Jimmy,
yeah, Jimmy, I enjoy making them, but it's still, I mean, I make them daily, so that really puts it on me, and I do think about it. Unfortunately, I do think about it. So,
Gino, I don't know if they actually show, you start actually getting YouTube to show your videos until you at least have 1,000 subscribers. I don't think they do.
What?
That YouTube will like make you a recommended channel. I don't know.
You can't do lives on your phone until you're at 1,000 on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, because other people can shout you out, but you have to. Oh, well, hey Jimmy, hang on a minute. Dang, buddy. Jeez. Well, how many Jimmy? Jimmy's over 1,000, isn't he? Yeah, let's just put him in time. Let's just put him in timeout. Let's just put him in timeout.
No. Jimmy, how many hours do you need now? Are you getting close? Let me see where Redbeard is at. 98, 2 more. Let's see. Lisa says, I will show people the stuff and ask for listing direction. At this point, I'm awesome at sourcing, but since last March, I've crashed on listing. Yeah, that happens to all of us, Lisa. What I recommend is just find a tote, or get a box and fill it with stuff and list everything in there. And then do it again over and over. And I started doing that out in my garage rather than tote. What I have shelving units that I purchased, and I started on one shelf, and I'm pulling everything down. Everything on that shelf has to be donated, sold, or listed on eBay. So that's the only way you can do it, is just get started. 560 hours. Dude, you're getting really close.
I've got like 4,600 hours, but I don't have enough subs. So I'll trade you some, Jimmy. We'll make a little deal, like a bundle deal.
Jordan said she gets recommended videos from channels that are way under 1,000. That's good.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think you can actually tag other YouTube channels unless they're over 1,000. At least I read that once. Oh, yeah. I don't like a lot of the baiting ones, to be honest with you. There's a lot of baiting. I went to war over this, and you're like, okay, what did they go to war over? And then you think it's, yeah. You're right, Eric. I don't like those either. But they say your facial expression, I think, maybe even Jimmy said it, your facial expression is a big thing that people look for. And I've been making a lot of faces. Of course, I don't have a problem making faces.
But your thumbnails have gotten so much better.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to bait you. I'm just telling you there's something there. I don't want to bait you on something that's trivial. If it's something big, like your big news, that's big news.
Yeah.
And that's true.
To me, that was huge news. So.
People that bait you and say, I found this, and then and you think, oh, they found something really good, and then it's a $10 item or something. I'm like, okay, come on, really? Unsubscribe.
Yep. Well, there is a YouTuber, and I won't mention any names because I don't want to like disparage anyone. It's a female. She has a lot of subscribers, more than 20,000 subscribers. But goodness, I have never heard such a negative person in my life. She complains about eBay. She complains about her life. She complains about she used to do Etsy and do all these other things. She complains about the coronavirus. She complains about, where she sources. I'm thinking why, and then why her channel's, not growing anymore, and why they're not, giving her as much money as they used to. And I'm like, maybe it's your attitude.
Yeah, it matters. I mean, your personality is part of it too. In answer to your question, Robert, yes, absolutely yes. And you're more than welcome to host a live and have people on, or do your own live, or get on our lives and jump in. Anybody that wants to jump in our lives, we always welcome you. But the thing you get from the lives is if you're doing a regular video and it lasts 10 minutes and you got 80 people show up, you're not getting a lot of hours. But when you do a live, and me and Angie, when we do lives, it's 2.5, 3 hours. You're getting that many hours by however many people are in there in time. So you can get some hours pretty quickly. And mine flew from 3,000 to 4,000. But on StreamYard, you only get, 20 hours for free per month, unless you pay for it. But you can, it's still giving you also, visibility, but 20 hours per month free, and it'll tell you how much you've used. But yeah, do some lives, because once you get some people in there, they will, that helps your hours a lot, more than just the regular videos. I'm using, I have a new computer, HP, and that's what I'm using. He's asking what we're using. For
what?
Yeah.
Well, I use a Logitech webcam, and then a blue microphone.
Yeah, I tried the microphone thing.
Eric, send me an Instagram message, and I'll let you know if you're right.
But I do my videos, my daily videos, with my iPhone, and I do my lives with the computer, because I'd prefer to be on the computer.
Yeah.
Hey, Kittenville Brick, what's going on? And Never Too Old, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you.
You can get, Robert, you can get are you talking about a camera for videos? Because you can get a webcam super cheap nowadays, like $50, and they're like decent cameras. And Eric said we have good thumbnails. Thank you. I put a lot of effort in my thumbnails.
Yours are a lot better than mine.
Jimmy puts Old School Flips. He puts a ton of time into his thumbnails too.
I don't think being in Flintstones pajamas is a good thumbnail for Jimmy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Jimmy. I'm kidding. No, yours are a lot better than mine. I'm learning, and I'm still getting. I'm not the most tech savvy person, so yeah. And I tried the microphone thing. Yeah, that worked out well, didn't it? A couple weeks ago. Yeah, so I'm good. But yeah, it's like taking pictures. You don't have to have the best, most expensive lights and things like that to take your pictures. Just get it on a white background. I do have a GoPro 8, but I'm going to be using that for yard sales and stuff. I got to figure that thing out too.
I have a GoPro 7 Black. So, but I have a webcam, so Oh, Alyssa, thank you. I use Canva to make my thumbnails. And for a while, I did just the free version, which is great. But I eventually did the pro version just because all the little graphics and things I wanted to use. And the biggest thing is to remove backgrounds. You have to have the pro version. And I love it. I just watch YouTube tutorials to figure out how to do it. So.
If you're doing enough sales, all that stuff's write-offs, computers, GoPros. So
For sure.
yeah, it's worth getting if you're going to be paying taxes. But Canva, I love Canva now that everybody's suggested it. I do love it, and I've figured it out. It's just trying to put all the stuff in there and trying to get ahead of it. But I can't wait to go to Maui and take Mr. JT with me because I've already got stuff in my head and his head that we're going to do in Maui. Have you ever seen a puppet scuba dive with a shark chasing him? We're doing it.
So I went down the rabbit hole today watching YouTube videos and came across this one of how do I get a stuffed animal in a balloon without one of those machines? You know what I'm talking about? They put the balloons in.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, well, that sounds like so important. I have to watch 17 minutes of that. So I started watching it, and this lady takes this stuffed bear and she starts squishing him. Like, the poor thing, like, he ended up being like this big, this giant bear. I'm like, if a child saw this, he would be dying of like, you just killed this teddy bear. I'm like, well, that's one way of doing it, I guess. But it took her about 15 minutes to get this dang bear in there, but she finally did it. It had nothing to do with anything, but I was down the YouTube rabbit hole today.
Well, if a shark's chasing him, Eddie, he ain't got to worry about it. Journey asked me how much the pro version of Canva is.
Like $20.
A month?
Not much at all.
A month or a year?
No, a year, for the whole year.
Oh, yeah. That's not bad. Okay. I have...
honestly, the free version, if you're just starting out, don't pay for that. That's something you don't need to pay for. There are lots and lots of free graphics on there. Use that for as long as you can. Only when when you're ready to make the next step to make them a little bit better or like do new features, do you need to pay?
I use Video Shop for my videos, for editing my videos, and I do pay for it, but it's not that much.
I agree with Jimmy.
Yeah, but some of us don't know more than our 3 words there, Jimmy. Found this. I found that. See the thrift store. I went in the thrift store. I'm reading it again. Gina. Yeah, and I couldn't find the nurse flipper started a live video. What's going on? She was live last night.
Okay, Robert, why can super chats be done? We can't do super chats because we're not monetized. The only thing you can do, like to support a channel, is keep telling Bobby to do this. I have the buymeacoffee.com/Angie Resells, and I want Bobby to get that too. So that's a good way to support a channel who isn't monetized yet. And then at least with my channel, that money goes right back into giveaways and things for the channel.
I've heard, Eric, that you can just use Amazon's book scanner. I guess they have one that you can use. And I used to know a name of a book scanner. Somebody told me down at the bins that does Amazon. But I just scan it off the eBay app, to be honest with you. That's how I do it when I'm scanning books. And I don't sell a lot of books like you guys do.
Okay, you don't have to buy me a coffee. I just put it on there so you can see what it looks like. And you can
don't buy me a coffee. Send me coffee.
But listen, you can also, all you guys can also do that for your channel as well. It's a good way when you're doing lives or for other people to support you if they want to. Obviously, you never have to, but it's a nice way if you want to be extra supportive for somebody or really like their content that you could do that for them.
Hey, value resellers, thank you for coming in.
Hey, Hey, what's up?
I'm gonna check out a couple people real quick and see where they're at on subs. We had Upstate Scavenger. Where's he at now? He's at 51. Congrats.
Woo!
There you go, Robert.
Needs one more, guys.
Who?
Redbeard Treasures, Matt.
Redbeard. I might
one more to get him to 100.
Yep, he's at 99. He needs one more, folks. Somebody grab him. Yes, my son-in-law does sell coffee, and he donates his to it's called Paws Coffee, Paws Coffee, and he gets his beans from I think India, and he roasts them himself and sends them. Well, he sends them to you. You have to crush them, but he donates. I think it's 20% to animal causes. So if you like animal causes, and most of you probably do, buy some coffee from him. They're really good people, and they really do donate their money. And he's just getting started. He hasn't been real big, but he has his equipment in a shed behind his house, and he also does. He's a driving mobile X-ray technician, so he does X-rays, but he's doing that. So, and Nana needs 20 more to hit 100, so let's help Nana out as well.
Definitely. And Linda Early, I haven't seen Linda in here, but if you are, thanks for subscribing to me.
Journey, you'll be my best friend ever if I get walnut cookies from Lissa and chicken red steak from you. Oh, yes.
Oh, and the buy me a coffee thing, you can change it to buy me a beer, buy me a pizza, and one other thing, too. So if you're just not a coffee person, you could say buy me a beer.
Angie to 729, folks. She needs one more to get to 730.
I know. Subscribe to me.
Bobby's at 799. I need one more to get to 100. 800. I'm kidding. 721.
You're at 721?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Hey, when you find people on the street and they got signs up that says we'll work for food, I say, do you have a phone? Yes. Subscribe to my channel. I'll buy you a taco.
Oh, there we go. Redbeard is at 102 now. Nice.
Good.
Congrats.
Good deal.
We have to get Tanya in here. Somebody needs to put Tanya's link in here so people can go check her out as well. I love when people get to a milestone on here.
Yes, that's one of the things we like to do on this channel. And help each other get subs, and Faith as well. Faith's been with us for a long time. And, of course, Lissa keeps talking about doing a channel. She needs to get her channel up and running and quit worrying about possums.
Oh, Linda is in here. Thanks for subscribing.
Don't be sending cookies. I still want my cookies.
Matt put all the little cats in there.
All right, you got me to bite, Eric. What is the cheapest way to send cast iron?
And he's gone. You scared him away. Let's see.
On the keyboard and knock myself out.
I got really excited.
I've never used it. I've only priced it once. And if it's a $1 or $2 difference, I don't care. I'll stay.
I'm so glad you're fixated on subs. Hey, you know what? Subs don't matter once you get to 1,000 subs. So you don't have to kill yourself or whatever to get past that. But honestly, it's like the rite of passage. You can't go do anything on YouTube until you have that 1,000 subs. So that's where we're all at. We just all want to try to get there, and it just is a long road. So if we can help you do that, we want to do it.
I think his comment is kind of a jab because he was on submarines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Subs. Yeah, because we looked for them. We were going to take them down, but
I'm slow. I'm sorry. Blonde moment.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the best magician ever. That's for sure.
Okay, show us a magic trick. Go.
Oh, hang on. No. Can y'all do that? Hey, you asked for it.
I'm still waiting for the trick.
I blew up my hand. Man Mountain Link's here. Yay! You know, it isn't the chat until Man Mountain Link's here, because Alyssa like freaks out when Man Mountain Link's not in here. She's like, where's Man Mountain Link? Yeah, I knew that was for me, NGA. I knew it. I just lost 30 subs.
Gino said took him over a year to eat 1,000 ham and cheese subs.
Well, Gino, does that mean I have to get in the back of your vehicle if I do? Hey, Never Too Old, welcome to the channel. I wanted to look at Tanya's real quick. Thanks again, Tanya, for that gift the other day.
Kittenville says, I don't know how you all do the videos. When I open the doors, the first thing I do is pull orders, then I head to the processing unit and grab product, then I sit and ship and list. After that, I'm out the door to the post office. Well, that sounds about right. That's pretty much our day as well.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that they were having a hard time listing, and I'm not going to mention names, but I said, you know what I do? I just put it all next to me in a pile, and I take one at a time, and I don't care which one it is in price value. It's going to have to be listed anyway, so just keep listing, and then when the pile's gone, you're like, okay, how many did I get? Now, I do count them because I like to do 20 a day at least, but here lately I haven't been hitting that. I did 10 yesterday, and I think maybe close to that today. But I got to get back on listing. Chrome extensions.
I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to click it because it shouldn't.
Chrome extensions?
Yeah, it's saying, oh, you mean for you to sign up? That's just, I think, so you get notified.
Well, on the coffee thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's normal. And then that's how you get notified, is they send you something.
Gino, I do it differently than you. I used to take all my pictures and put them on my computer and do it, but all I did was bog my computer down. So now what I do is I take my phone and I do the research, and then I put the item in front of me and I take the pictures and I do the listing and I hit send and I'm done. I don't download pictures and have to go back to them because I want the stuff in front of me, because I got to have the sizes, the measurements, if it's clothing and all that kind of stuff. So I would disagree on that one, but if it works for you, it works for you. I just think it's faster to do it with my phone. I can list just about anything within a minute and a half. And I take a lot of
times I'll actually do drafts on my computer, and then I'll take pictures and put them in like on my phone. That's what I do it.
I've been doing some of my, Jimmy, I've been doing some of my intros at night because I'm more wanting to sing at night than I do at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. And so, yeah. But, hey, MML, he's just now saying I'm here. We know you're here. And we're glad you're here, MML. I write the ads and take the pictures. Oh, that reminds me. I write the songs that make the young girls sing.
I think I do a lot of videos at night too.
Well, I normally do all my what solds in the morning, but so I've been trying to get the intros up at night just because that's when I'm in the mood to do them. I'm kind of crazy at night. Well, I'm kind of crazy all the time, but at night. Reselling. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand that reselling roller coaster. I don't have little kids. I got dogs that are like kids. They want to run in and out constantly.
Oh, Faith, you and I pretty much do it the same way.
Shoot, I just snap it and go, snap it and go.
Tanya, Thrifty Nana Horton says she's having trouble keeping up with listing, sourcing, and doing YouTube. Here's what I say. YouTube right now, when you're just at this point, many times I have put that as the last priority. You don't make any money doing YouTube, right. And you don't until you get that 1,000, and it takes a long time. So if some weeks you can only do one video, that's what you can do. And so Keep making contacts, keep, coming on lives when you're doing stuff. And that will do just as well. My dog was snoring during my last one. Oh my gosh.
Mine snorts. I've got a Boston Terrier, and when he wants to go outside, if I got the door open like it is now, he will sit here and sneeze and snort until I get up, and I can't ignore him because you can hear it. And Journey says the cap guy is lurking over here like Bela Lugosi. I think tomorrow, I don't have a lot of sales, but I have a ton of wrestling figures that have sold in the last few days. So tomorrow, y'all get to see some old-time wrestling figures if you watch my video.
Oh,
I was beginning to think that buy wasn't a good buy, but I've just made my money back, so I'm good now. So anything else is profit.
Let me see.
What category do you list your videos under? Entertainment.
What kind of videos?
Huh?
Depends on what kind of videos, right?
No, she's asking what category do you list them under? Entertainment or other category? I don't even think there is a category.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Sometimes if I'm doing a how-to, I'll use how-to, but if not, I just do entertainment.
Where's that at?
It's when you select your video, there is a category when you're uploading it to YouTube, Bobby. It's at the bottom. It'll say, it usually selects just one of them, but usually it's either going to be how-to or it's going to be entertainment.
Oh.
Ah!
Yeah, I just uploaded it.
Bought me a coffee! Yay!
Huh?
Thank you. Upstate Lavender bought me a coffee. So nice. I love you guys.
I'm not sending no package to you.
I've streamlined my editing process and keep the video simple.
I don't have a coffee, dear.
You know what, Jimmy? I was spending way, way, way too long editing my videos and like doing all the pop-ups and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I need to just get them out, get content out there. And maybe if I make $2 on a video, then I could spend a little more time doing all the editing. So now I try to concentrate on, making sure there's no ums or big pauses, things like that. So I'll like edit that out a little bit. And having like a really good thumbnail, and then I just let it go.
I'd say my average video time is whatever it takes me to film it, which ain't long. And then when I upload, it's just however long it takes. I'd say no more than an hour, hour and a half. I'm not spending 8 hours on a video that I'm not getting paid for to make it perfect, because people aren't. I mean, there's not enough people watching it now anyway. When I get to, I'll never be Harry Tornado size to be able to do what he does.
You might be. You never know.
But I mean, he spends more time on videos than he does on sourcing. So, but he's making money there now. So if I was making that kind of money, I'd probably be doing more teaching videos than I would be sourcing too. But yeah.
Oh, Jimmy does. Old School Flips does educational. So that's a good one too.
Well, I mean, this is, if you're showing what you buy and sell, I would say that's in education.
That's true. I didn't know, so I picked one of those two.
Well, I would say mine, the people that watch mine mostly watch for the entertainment value of JT, so I better leave mine in entertainment.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm going to mention this again. I've got a shout out to do for Eddie's son on Friday, and I've got another one for somebody I won't mention because he's in the chat on Sunday. But if you need me to shout out, or JT to shout out anybody, your grandchild, your child, their birthday, just say hi because they're watching the videos with you during the day, or even your significant other. If you have somebody and you want me to have JT sing to your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, and you want me to just say something silly, I have no shame. I'll do it. So let me know, send me a message and tell me what you want me to do and when you want me to do it, and I'll do it. We'll sing birthday, happy anniversary. You look like a monkey, you live in a zoo. We don't care. But we'll sing the Oscar Mayer song. I don't care.
Gino says ride-alongs take a long time. But you do it the whole week, though, Gino. So when your video, it's like you have a lot going on in yours.
Well, I think Gino said in your live that he takes like 8 hours to do his video. And of
I
course,
believe it because it's a lot of days of work.
but now that he's monetized, he's getting like he's getting what, like $1,000 a day? Yeah. So, I mean, I understand.
No, that's not true. Old school flips. No way, Jimmy. That like you have very, very informational, actually, yeah, very educational videos. I get a lot out of them. Robert said he says the ums. Let me tell you what I do. Sometimes I get on like this roll with the ums, and I will go to edit a video because I can't stand that. And you'll see little cuts if you pay attention because I'll have like 40 ums and I get rid of every single one of them on OCD.
Hello, Dan. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, Dan. Welcome.
March 4th. Now, March 4th, I've got to take my mom to get her second COVID shot, but I will do it for sure. How old will she be, Nana? Tell me that. 3, 4, Stormy. I can even sing the song.
Name Stormy.
Stormy. Oh, with an IE. No, and that's her granddaughter. Okay. Thrifty. Nana.
Bobby, how has your mom done with her shot that she had?
Well, she's on the Moderna, and supposedly the first shot, there's no side effects, and she hasn't had any soreness or anything. They say the second one, you could be a little bit sore and a little tired and stuff.
Okay.
She's 78, so she's tired anyway. And my mom has degenerative eye disease, so she can't see very well. But I can tell you this, the place we went locally was probably the most organized, friendly, helpful bunch of people, and they were doing about 1,000 a day, and it was fantastic. And now today that the new shot is coming out or probably be approved, and it's a one shot, and they think that they'll have everybody done that wants to have it by the end of May, possibly.
Really?
Yeah, that was on the national news tonight.
I had heard, I
getting mine.
Watch too much doom and gloom, but I heard some people had some symptoms and things. So I just wondered, I haven't seen anyone who's had it. Gino, have you
got
had
his
problems?
Mine is a third arm shot, had little side effects. Yeah, I'm getting mine because I want to go to Maui. And I don't want to go till I get it, but I'm not old enough yet, quite. But when it comes and I get my hands on it, I'm getting my hands on it.
Because is it right now?
He said he had a swollen arm and a mild headache, but he had the other one. And she's getting her second Moderna on Friday. Journey is
right now. Is it 65 and up? Still, is that
it's a lot of the central people are getting it first,
right?
And then 65 is also part of it, but okay. And Ciro said he's had both the shots, and some soreness. So
soreness in the arm. That's all. Okay, good. That's good to know.
As a child, I had smallpox and all them other shots. And smallpox, you had a big old scar. The scab came off. I still have that scar to this day.
I have that scar on my arm.
So there's a lot of them. And in the Navy, of course, we were given shots with a electric or the gun thing. Mm-hmm. And I've never seen so many grown men in my life cry standing in line to get a shot. I'm like, it's a shot, guys, and it doesn't even hurt unless you move your arm real quick. I've never seen more grown men cry getting shots in all my life.
Sore only. Okay, this is all really good to know. Faith, my daughter is doing really well. She had surgery on her stomach, and she has some issues that she had to have a drain in. And so she gets that out next week. Thank goodness, because that's a pain. But my mom is struggling. Her surgery was last Wednesday, so it's been a week, but it's back surgery. And so it's a very, very, very slow recovery. surprisingly, she's in very good spirits about it, considering she's trying to get up and walk a little bit, but it's very painful. So one day at a time, we'll get through it. But
My Karen has a lady that was going to buy a house from her, and I probably shouldn't tell the story, but she's 70 years old. Her husband's 76. He just had heart surgery in January. And they were going to buy a new house. She just inherited a bunch of money from her mother dying in December. She went in to have back surgery about the same time as your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Got an infection in her back in the hospital and died.
Wow.
And it's like, you went into the hospital for back surgery and you did not come out of there. I mean,
well, they say that's the biggest place to get infections and stuff and staph and things is in the hospital, because how they get rid of it. So, but luckily her back, I can see it, it's a big, and then she has like 1,000 staples going down, but so far she's doing really, really well. It's just, it's slow. It's a slow process, but
I've got a mom and a brother that have had back surgeries, and it just seems like it's never ending. Even after the surgery, it just never really heals itself. And I'm just like, please, I'm glad I don't have a bad back, but
yeah,
I should wait. But I'm just ready to get back to normal. And I know that Australia and New Zealand, when this thing happened, they locked the country down completely from incoming traffic. And now they're not even wearing masks in those countries.
They're back to normal.
So I wish we had done something like that, but we didn't. So, and people don't want to do it. And I'm not going to get into that part of it. But folks, I mean, a lot of people dying. So please get your shots, and please, let's get back to normal. I don't want to wear a mask everywhere I go. When I wear a mask, I want them to think I'm robbing the place again.
Right? Exactly. Listen, my dad had knee surgery a few years ago, and he got MRSA and almost died. He got it in the hospital. Yeah, so it's no joke. Oh, good, Matt. It's I think it's a nice thing. It's the buy me a coffee thing. It's just, not everybody, it's obviously not something everyone has to do, but it's a nice way to support the people that you follow and you enjoy. I can't imagine having a beard and wearing a mask.
Well, I have a plastic one that I got on Amazon, and it goes over my ears.
Oh, the shield?
And, well, no, it's not a shield. It's like a cup, but it comes over my nose and then comes down. Then I have my YouTube channel on the front of it, but it's see-through, but it's hard plastic. It's better than any other mask because you can breathe through them, and spew saliva. But on this one, it does fog up in the front, but it's a hard mask that goes over your ears. They're on Amazon for less than $20, but it goes over. It's like the one you wear if you wear a CPAP machine. Like I wear a BiPAP machine.
Oh, yeah.
But it's hard plastic. You just fit it over like glasses, and I can breathe easier in it. It doesn't spew any stuff in the air, and then I put my YouTube channel. Of course, most people are looking at me like, and then I want to stare. So.
Oh, yeah. The summer is going to be worse. Last summer was different because we didn't go anywhere. This summer, it's going to be bad because people are out and about again. Here in Florida, man, I'm like dying as soon as I go outside.
Now they want to see my mask. All right, I'll be back.
Okay. Normal for me wasn't much different. Need to find a life again. Right? Mine too. Oh, yeah. They had the pizza, beer, and then I can't remember what the other thing was that you could get. Coffee, obviously, but it wasn't a present. It was, I can't remember. Let's see. Tanya, you were given a 50% chance of survival when you had back surgery? Oh my gosh. I don't know that I would have went through with it with those kind of odds. Hey, Mike, what's up? Bobby went to get a mask so we could all see his logoed face mask that he got. Oh, Deanne, you're in Florida too? I'm in Pensacola. What happened at my work? Well, I'm an accountant. That's what I've been, for years. And the long story is, last summer I left a job that I had been at for 7 years and loved, for a company that it was significantly more money and better benefits and things. And it was not a great fit. Not that, the people were nice, but the person who was not supposed to be my boss, was supposed to be my equal level, ended up being my boss, and she was a control freak micromanager. And it just got to be like, I just couldn't handle it anymore. And I wasn't planning on quitting, but went into a meeting. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful, Bobby. I can't see that it says Cap Guy. Let me see. You gotta turn the other way, dear. That's pretty cool.
I had it made, but see, it goes over your ears and your nose and your mouth.
I have never seen one.
You can breathe easier, and yeah, I do look at Hannibal Lecter. That's true. But this is what it looks like, and they're like $20 on Amazon, and you can disinfect it real easy by wiping it out with cleaners.
Hannibal Lecter.
But you just pop it on and off, and I just keep it in the dash of my car.
Seriously, I've never saw one like that.
You breathe easy in it. It makes it so much.
You wear glasses sometimes. How does that work? Does it fog them up like crazy? It doesn't fog them up?
No, not unless I have it like, up here where it breathes into and clicks into the glasses. But nope.
Very interesting. I've never seen one like that. So anyways, I went into our meeting on Monday, and it was not going well. And I just decided, you know what? I don't have to live like this. I don't have to put up with this. And I just said, I don't think this is going to work out. I think this is, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to quit. And they were a little shocked. But that was it. There was no going back then. So, but it's a good thing. But, would I recommend that to anyone? No, because, I was not planning it. But luckily, I have a lot of things in place that I'm going to be just fine. My family will be just fine. But, yeah. And it was my fault. I took a job I should have never taken, from a job that I was in a company I loved for 7 years, and I went for the money. Money is not always worth it, guys.
Well, Matt and Robert, I don't like liver with Chianti. In referral to the movie, but liver, it's got to be with white wine. I'm kidding. I don't even like. I'm not eating liver anyway.
Zero, yes. And I don't think I've ever quit a job, and I always have jobs people are really happy, but now I will tell you that my relationship with them is good. They're, I'm willing to work with them to help them, move on to the next person or whatever. Did I moonwalk out of there?
Yeah, let's see that moonwalk.
It was actually on chat. So it was a live chat. So I just was like, clunk, I was done, and I disconnected. But hey, life happens. And I think when I was younger, I would have freaked out really, really badly and fallen apart and all those kinds of things. But I'm too old for that now. I know things happen for a reason, and my life's just going to be fine. And now, I just got to focus on making money for myself and my family, and that's it. So can't sweat the small stuff, so.
Yeah, the other smell I hate when it's being cooked is cabbage. My mom used to make cabbage.
Cabbage is
horrible smell. Horrible smell.
Oh. And sausage and kielbasa.
Oh, I like kielbasa.
And you know what else I can't stand the smell of? Tuna. Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah.
I'm weird with smells.
Yeah, you don't, but you lost on the bean challenge too. So.
Right. Yeah, I will admit that.
What's everybody could be on a desert island and have one thing every day and live on it for the rest of your life, what would it be? Mine would be probably biscuits and gravy. I could live on biscuits and gravy on an island for the rest of my life. Name one thing you would eat. You could have it every day. That's what you'd want.
Pizza. I could literally eat pizza every day. I don't know. Maybe watermelon.
Cheeseburger, okay. Pizza, tacos, salmon. Ugh.
Salmon?
Ugh. You'd probably be able to get at least fish on an island if I picked an island. Mexican, okay.
Oh, Eddie, your plant closed? That sucks. Hey, welcome. We're both in it now. Mexican? But that's like so general. You can't really say that's a whole food area. I can think of so many things in Mexican that are good.
McDonald's. Have y'all been going to McDonald's and getting the Happy Meals and getting the Pokemon cards? I've been hearing so much about how valuable the Pokemon cards are. I almost went to McDonald's today to get like 4 Happy Meals.
Well, did you hear about the people who went?
You're a reseller. Huh? Well, you're a reseller when you go to McDonald's and buy 4 Happy Meals just to get the Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Melissa said she could do biscuits and gravy every day, but weighed 500 pounds.
Chicken and dumplings is one of my favorites too, but it's got to be the biscuit dumplings, not noodles or anything.
Dumplings, like, they're slimy. I don't like them.
Oh, my mom rolls up the dough, the little biscuit roll in the cans of biscuits, cuts them up and rolls them up, but I prefer the dumplings more than I do the chicken in chicken and dumplings. But it is one of my top 5.
Brats, like bratwurst, Faith?
Hey, boom to ya. Welcome.
Hey there. Welcome. Crispy Kreme donuts?
Isn't boom to ya Gwendolyn? She changed her name.
Oh, that's Gwen?
Isn't it? Am I wrong? Krispy Kreme donuts. We only have one location left here.
You would get so sick of Krispy Kreme donuts.
My grandson's been getting them and hadn't told me he's been getting those Pokemon cards. And NGA Flipper and Robert, I know y'all's has got to be bug juice and roast beef. Because that's what you get a lot of in the Navy. And sliders.
Gwendolyn, do you have 2 accounts now, or is this your main account now? Mustard biscuits?
Oh,
I've never had that.
That's what's his name? French fry taters.
I don't know who that is.
The movie. Somebody tell me movie. Good night, Lori. Thanks for coming in. Sling Blade, yeah.
Oh, Lori, have a great night. Buy a case of the cards from McDonald's. Hey, some people went in. I saw on YouTube that they went in and were buying. Some guy bought 4 cases for like $1,000.
Really? And the McDonald's sold them to him?
And then the corporate office called all the stores and said, "You're not allowed to do that anymore."
Oh.
Surf and turf with lots of melted butter. Okay, Tracy, I may have to change my mind because that sounds really good.
Once in a great while, we used to get steak and lobster. I never had lobster until I was in the Navy.
Really?
Yeah, and I'd never even flown on a plane until I went to boot camp. So we were poor. I was trailer park trash. And wow. Yeah, but I've heard that there's some good cards in there. And my grandson said he's got all the Blastoise and Charmander and all that. And I'm like, you do? Don't play with those. Give those to Papa. I'll sell them for you.
Journey loves seafood. You know what? I love seafood. Well, I only love shrimp and lobster. I don't like crab or oysters I'm so picky.
You know what's funny? In the Navy, we call Kool-Aid bug juice, and it's in a military, like a government pack. And after they would cook on the grills, they would pour the powder on the grill, and that's how they clean their grill. And we used to run out of soda pop when we were on a deployment, say 5-6 months. We would run out of soda first. So we got smart, would buy cases of soda and put it in our locker. And then when the ship ran out, we would sell them for $1 a can. But when they would do the bug juice and clean those, we call it bug juice, Kool-Aid, I would think, God, think what that's doing to your stomach, you know, because it's cleaning grease off of a grill.
Yeah.
So.
Joe Patty's, yes. That's a great place down here by us.
Surf and turf. Yeah, well, the subsailors always got the best food and ice cream and best movies. And because when we were in, there was no internet and there were no piped in laptops and all that. We had a Mars station on my ship, and you had to go through a hammer operator to call home.
See, I love. Yeah, when I was married to the girl's dad, he was in the military, and it was totally different back then than it is now for these kids. We wrote letters, and sometimes you didn't hear from them for 6 weeks at a time. There were no phones or anything like that.
I had a great granny here in Oklahoma that wrote me a letter a week for 4 years. She was in her 80s.
Wow.
When I would get a mail call, I'd get 35 letters. I'd get more than just about anybody else on the ship. And she and my other grandma made me patchwork quilt blankets, which are my favorite. And I still have those blankets to this day. They're both gone, long gone. But that wool blanket was just a fold-up piece on the foot of my bunk. Yeah, running a slush fund, Robert said, that means people that would go out and spend all their money in a port, and then they'd be broke, and they'd say, hey, loan me $50. Sure, you give me $100 on payday, and that's a slush fund. So, yeah. So, and Neverdol. I don't use Neverdol ever again either. But yeah, Mars Station, you would have to call home, and I would call. My grandparents had a beauty and barber shop in Oklahoma, a little bitty town. Johnny Bench's hometown, Bangor, Oklahoma. And on a Mars Station, you have to connect to a ham operator somewhere in the U.S., and you couldn't say anything where you were or anything. Usually we were in the Indian Ocean. And I would call home, and it might be 2 a.m. here, and I would always get choked up because I was always homesick. But it was so funny because they would, you know, how you doing, son? Over. And then, I'm doing great, Grandma. Over. I love you. Over. You know, and tears and stuff. And then the next day at the beauty and barber shop, we talked to my son. I think he's out in the Indian Ocean, you know, or something. And it was exciting for them. So, yeah.
Aw. 40-word messages and nothing out for 90 days. Yeah. Yep. Let's see.
Yeah. And when you're at sea, you don't get days off. You work 7 days a week. If you're at sea for 2 months, 2 months you work. There's no days off. But they don't want you getting homesick and fighting and all that stuff. So.
Really, Dan? I did not know that.
Robert, he was on a sub, you know, one of them targets. He calls us a target, Robert. Good night, Miss Journey.
Night, Journey. Have a great one.
Oh, Signaman. That was in my division, Tracy. Signaman and Radioman were in the same division. And we called them skivvy waivers. I'm sure your dad's probably heard that term many a time. They're the ones that ran the flags and did the semaphore lights.
Oh, yeah,
flashing lights. That's what Signaman did. Sub, a boat, yes. He was on the Tridents, Robert.
Tanya, you love making quilts? That you can make a ton of money doing quilts because they are back in. I love like all the handmade, quilts and patchwork quilts. It's my favorite.
I saw somebody on YouTube today talking about their business and how it took a hit due to COVID, but they're going to get rid of everything. And the one thing they're not going to quit doing is the quilts because there's so much money in it.
Yeah, they're like back in big time. Ah, that's a great idea, Gwendolyn.
Wait a minute, Gwendolyn. You need to be selling me those rock tees. I'm kidding.
was on the Shark,
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha, and Will Rogers. How do you cut your own hair?
Yeah. Every time I try that, I end up with a bald spot. Titan II missile site, that was a target. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody's got their missiles pointed at you. Yeah, I was on a cruiser, a guided missile cruiser, and an aircraft carrier. Most of y'all know that. Was your husband on ships, Angie?
Yes, he was on the Enterprise for 7 years because he got off. Part of it was in the shipyard in the dry docks, and then 5 years was out at sea.
Was he in Alameda or Norfolk?
Out of Norfolk.
Okay, because my brother was on the Enterprise too, and he was in the late '80s, early '90s. He was in Alameda, and then they changed home ports to Norfolk, and they did a world cruise in 1990, and he was on the ship, and then got off in '91.
On that, and they were gone for 10 months that year.
Oh, guess what I saw in a thrift store today? And I almost bought it. It's worth about $11, but I didn't buy it. The Romper Room Doobie album.
Why didn't you buy that?
It was $1 and a penny. It was only worth like $11. But I could have sang. I mean, I know the song by heart.
I thought somebody
always
would
do what's right. I never do anything wrong. On a Romper Room Doobie, a doobie all day long. I see Johnny and Sally and Nana and okay, never mind. I'm done.
You got a Flowbee? We were just saying that. It's the Flowbee. You go like this and you cut your hair. It like you pick how long you want it and just it's like a vacuum and they cut it. We were trying to think of getting one of those for my dachshund. He is like a long hair and he has like this crazy fur. Well, I said, I wonder if we could get a Flowbee to help with that thing. It's a bolo, really?
What is it? I don't know what it is.
It's like a vacuum cleaner hair cutter.
Somebody posted on one of the Facebook or Instagram that they found a really nice vacuum. I got a Dyson last summer for $30, and I haven't sold it because it's really nice. Right. And she I guess she was a single mother of 2 kids, and she said, I got it and I could probably sell it for $150, $200, but it works really good. So I responded and I said, I tell you what I would do with it. Since you got animals and kids, use it for a while, and then if you can always sell it, it's not going to go out of value, and unless it doesn't work. Even then, you can sell it for parts like Mr. Commonwealth. My daughter's sending me pictures. She got new furniture.
Oh, nice.
So I saw that Mike, East Kentucky Pickers, finally got electricity back up and getting back.
Oh, good.
Now packages get delivered.
Has he put anything up for a while?
Well, he was saying he was going to start listing again. You know, it's funny. My grandpa was a barber, and he used to tell me how he could shave a balloon with a straight razor, not without popping it. That's part of the old school. And I didn't believe him. And I'll be dang that he could take it, cover that balloon in shaving cream, and take a straight razor and shave that balloon without popping it.
Wow.
Seen it done. Kind of like another thing the old country people did was finding wells with a stick. A dividing rod. It works. It works. I've seen it done.
How do they do that, though?
Huh?
How do they do that?
It's something to do with the sap in the tree limb. When it gets near water, it moves and goes back towards it. And I didn't believe in aliens either until these guys showed up with Cheetos. And now that American Airlines pilot saw one go by him, I'm like, folks, there's aliens. There's too many people.
Look at this. We have all kinds of barbers and
Hairstylists.
hairdressers.
Wow.
Gwendolyn, Eric, Mimi does, or Mini Mimi, Faith, she does
Cuts
her own
hair. Wow.
She's Alyssa is a beauty school dropout.
She's been watching Grease.
Uh-huh.
Beauty school dropout. Oh, I'm not singing that song. I'll let you do it. Come on in.
I'm sure she was out of high school by then.
Alyssa, come on in and sing Beauty School Dropout for us from Grease.
Yes, please.
Please.
Let's see.
That's what my daughter, Alicia, wants to do. She's a real estate agent with Karen and works for Karen, and she wants to do interior design. Her house is decorated pretty nice, but it's just all creative stuff. I mean, not expensive, just the way she's decorated. Yeah. It's all, she takes furniture and distresses it. And
oh, nice.
She's always coming to my house and telling me how I should get rid of all the dark wood in my house. I'm like, I like the dark wood in my house.
I could never be an interior designer. I can get the room and like, I have a vision of like, you know, the furniture would look good or whatever, but I can't finalize it. You know, it's the finishing touches that makes a room look like designed. I can't do it.
She's ready to retire. Gwendolyn, you're nowhere near old enough to retire, are you?
No, Gwendolyn's my age.
Yeah, and Lissa says no. Nope. She ain't coming in. Fine then. Fine. Hey, so I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to retire.
You are retired.
I know, but I work harder now than I did when I worked for UPS. Jeez.
I don't have anything new. I thrift and repurpose everything.
Yeah, a lot of stuff she has on Instagram is pretty awesome. I saw some of that. I see she puts a lot of pictures up, and I've seen them, Tracy. There, you do have some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I can't get the room to look like it's done. You know, I don't know. Some people are really good at that. I'm just not.
Thanks a lot, Lissa, because now that song Beauty School Dropout is going to be stuck in my head.
Hire some help, Bobby.
I enjoy being retired from trucking since I did it for 35 years, mostly in management, the stress of all that, but I don't miss trucking anymore. But hiring help, I saw some guys on eBay Addicts channel that do magazines today, the $1 million guys. And there's just so much that goes with hiring people. First, you gotta trust them, and like Lonnie, and then they gotta have the work ethic, you know, that I would want them to have, and having them in your house and all that good stuff. I don't know. I don't want to be like Rally Roots and just a name where they sell a bunch of coffee makers and you got to have a warehouse and all that. I don't need all that. I'm not at that point in my life. I'm older than most of the people that are in the room. So mine is one-off. So I know it's harder to do eBay one-off, but sure. I enjoy the treasure hunt probably more than anything. And I enjoy making money, but it's all the other parts that get old, and then dealing with things like right now with USPS, although it's not their fault. It's just, hello, there's Miss Cindy. Welcome.
Hey, Cindy. How was your day today?
The Love Shack. Oh, boy, here we go. Now you're going to get another song stuck in my head, Alyssa.
I don't want to shed either.
I actually thought about getting a shed towards the end of last year for the write-off and then to get my stuff out of here. But I don't know. I mean, I'll be 62 next month in April, and I'm just like, do I really want to keep doing this at the level that I'm doing it, or do I want to slow down a little bit?
Are you?
I don't know. I mean,
I find that hard to believe.
I'm tired, but it's hard not to source. It really is. And I can't wait for the yard sales and the country sales and all that. But I really need to be more selective about what I do pick up and not just pick up the things that make me $5 and $7. And just look for the home runs. But I don't know. There's pros and cons to everything that you do, so you just have to weigh them all. You don't cut hair, you work for the hop. Well, isn't that kind of the same? Because barbers and beauticians, they're kind of like the mental health folks. I mean, I used to remember sitting in the shoe shine chair in my grandpa's barbershop, and you go next door, and of course, back then, all the women were under the hair dryers, and the noise was going on. And they're talking about everybody. Hey, did you hear who Linda's sleeping with down the street? Yeah, old Robert, he just lost all of his money gambling at the, whatever. And then you go in the barber shop and they're talking about politics and sports, but they're talking about people too. And I'm like, boy, you talk about gossip. If you want to know gossip, go to the beauty shop or the barber shop. So, and in them little towns, everybody knows everybody and they know their business too.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, and I don't want to buy pallets and stuff. I've thought about it, but same with storage units. We've talked about it, but man, it's just a lot of work. And
I'd rather buy a pallet than a storage unit, I think, most of the time, because at least with a pallet, mostly you can kind of get an idea of what you're getting. Storage units can be a lot of junk and just stuff going, you're going to have to take to the dump.
Yeah, you're right, NGA Flipper. I probably will be. My kids think I'm a hoarder now, but it's death pile. It's not. I mean, I sell what I have, but I do have quite a collection of my own. If you saw my inventory video, I mean, I got 1,500 videos, DVDs, and I've got probably every Western you could name or every military movie you could name, and a lot of the classics. Yeah, and the classics. And my kids are like, "Well, Dad, how often do you watch them?" Oh, I'll pick one out about once every couple of weeks and go watch it, like Urban Cowboy or Cool Hand Luke or something. And they're like, "Okay, Dad, you really need that many?" Yeah, but if I ever want them, they're here. So, yeah, you're right, NGA Flipper. I should pretend I live on I should buy a tiny house, and then I can't do it.
True.
Robert, you've been retired for a while.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Yes. Good night, Linda. Linda lives near me.
Really?
Yeah. She lives in Edmond, which is probably 25 minutes.
Nice.
I didn't know that. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Gwendolyn. But the fun part of this business is finding new stuff. And I should go through my death piles. And I am going through it, but it's a slow process. And tomorrow you'll see that I went sourcing today at Goodwill and picked up some more crap. Your game and video piles make me anxious. Yes. And those are listed, Lissa. Those aren't the ones that aren't listed. Those are just the ones that list. But I do have a fantastic CD and DVD collection of my own.
Nice.
But
hey, Matt, Red Beer's Treasure, have a great night. Hope you find all kinds of stuff tomorrow. I don't know of any, there might be some estate sales or something around here, but I don't know. I won't be going. I'll be going to the bins tomorrow and then yard sales on Friday. But have a great night.
No, Faith, it does not. It's just like a pair of glasses. It just sits on your ears and the mask. And I can do this with the mask and talk and do things.
Does it fog up?
Yeah, it'll fog up in here, but I'm talking, so it's going to fog up. But it's easy to clean. You don't have to wash it. You just take some disinfectant, and wipe it down with a rag inside and out, and you're done. You don't have to wash it in a washing machine. And they were like $14, but now I think they're like $20. But they're just so easy. And I have like multiple masks. I've got the one Tanya sent me. I've got a Longhorn one. I've got a USS Wainwright with
I didn't see the one from Tanya.
It's a gator, a Navy gator.
Oh, that is nice.
Oops, there we go.
I don't know how I missed that.
Because you don't watch my videos.
That's it.
Good night. Good night, Matt.
Oliver?
Yeah, they will start popping up. I think there's some this weekend here. And nice. I should put an affiliate link to my mask. Is that just in your tags?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I want them to pay me. I don't want to.
Well, you get a little bit.
I get asked all the time. People stop me in the store and go, "Where'd you get that mask?" And at one time I thought, you know what? I should buy a bunch of them,
Right.
keep them in my trunk, and then sell it to them. But at $20, I don't know how many people are going to keep buying masks because I got to make something on it.
Right. Exactly.
I think you're going to pay me $100. I'm marking them up. No, it's not from the Silence of the Lambs. I don't like liver with my Chianti.
North Georgia Flipper. That's true. That's a great mask for deaf, so that they can still read lips. My
mom has a cheap dollar one that has a whole a clear spot right there, and it's just a cheap one from the local grocery store, and people ask her all the time too. But yeah, it is, because people can tell me they can see me smile, they can see me sing when I'm in the thrift store, because I do, and and then like I said, I put my logo on it. And not that helps at all. I mean, I tell people to subscribe, and they don't do it. So,
the mess in the trunk, creepy story.
Yeah. Hey, it's better than keeping body parts in the trunk.
True. Anybody have any good sales this week? I want to hear what everybody else sold.
Not until you get off here and buy a bunch of stuff from me.
I can't anymore. I have to just make money. I don't have all that extra money to spend around.
You can go to the bins and buy stuff, though, can't you?
But I bought the stuff super cheap from the bins.
Hey, if anybody's close to Oklahoma City and wants to come get some of my death pile, I'll sell it to you. Cheap. Because I really want to start over with that death pile. I got lots of Xbox 360s and Wii's and stuff I ain't even got to yet.
Oh my gosh. Danny from Pickle Resellers messaged me, and he was like, Angie, you quit your job? He said, you're going to have to fly here and rent a U-Haul, and I'll give you tons of stuff to list. I'm like, oh, everyone has been so great.
Why do you think John goes up there and gets stuff from him?
Well, he was like, come up, and you just rent a U-Haul to bring back home. I'm like, oh.
Uh-oh, Faith's got body parts in her car.
I'm concerned now.
Hey, she is in Missouri, and that's where they shot the guy in broad daylight. Of course, that was the northwest side of the state. Have you ever seen that? It's Skidmore, Missouri. They shot the town bully years ago. The town was in on it, and they never convicted anybody. Great documentary. And book. Hey, Jennifer, welcome.
Hey, Jennifer. Lissa, you sold those earrings? Congrats.
Hey, when I have a great find, I'm putting on my face. Hey, I like this, but I really don't know if I really want to buy that. I don't know. You don't sell for that much. Yeah. $5? Okay, yeah. I'll do that.
Tony and Matt from Redbeard Picker, he is like the perfume king. He loves going and getting perfumes at estate sales and stuff because he sells them like crazy. That's a really good flip. Nice.
Yeah, you're right, Robert. And he was a bad dude. You know, that town, I guess there's been a lot of murders in that town over the years, and they think it's kind of jinxed. If you hadn't seen that Skidmore documentary I think it's on Netflix, you need to watch it. But there's been some really bad stuff happen in that town. But he was a bully. I mean, he bullied a lot of people. Cattle rustled, did a bunch of stuff. And he deserved it. I hate to say somebody deserves to be shot. He deserved it.
Jennifer, if I do, for sure, I'll let you know.
Oh, Tanya sold some perfume for $50. She and Matt are selling perfume.
That's amazing. Vintage perfume does great for some reason.
Jennifer says if you get a U-Haul, she'll share the cost. Oh, no, she just said I'll meet you.
No.
I would never say that, NGA. Never. I'll pass. Because if I was going to say that, I say it to the low ball offers I get on eBay all the time. I got a $25 item. I send them a $22 offer, and they send me back a $7 offer. If I was going to say it, it'd be then.
Right.
It's like, this ain't a yard sale, buddy. This ain't a yard sale. Go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Now I'm looking for a Michael Jordan coin. Ken McElroy, that's correct. Yeah. Yeah, he bullied. I mean, he had even the cops intimidated. So
Gwen already forgot what she sold. Lisa, do any of the perfumes, when you buy the vintage perfumes like that, do they spoil? Does the perfume like spoil over time?
Mm-mm.
I would think it would, like, I don't know, that the chemicals in it would break down and it wouldn't have the same smell.
Let me know, Tanya. I got a lot of stuff out there I'd like to get rid of. I mean, I was thinking about things that aren't even in my death pile after I've been seeing the way albums have spiked. Thinking about going through my own albums, and selling those because I don't play them.
Yeah.
I've got tons of records from going back to the 50s.
You probably have some money in there then.
I do. I know I do. That's why I tell my kids all the time, if I ever just die, do not just give my stuff away at a yard sale. You better go through and you better comp everything. Of course, when I'm gone, I don't care, but there's a lot of money in here that, I mean,
they can make, yeah.
My eBay inventory that's listed alone is 72,000.
Yeah.
3,600 items. I mean, that's if it's sold at that price. But
right, yeah, obviously.
But my personal stuff, I've got a lot of money. I mean, I've got original Bose 901s and Marantz 880 speakers in my living room, and
wow.
They're worth the Marantz alone are worth over 500, and the Bose are worth about 350, 400. And I won't get rid of them because I love the sound of those old 80 speakers.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see. Oh, I have another 15 items that add required item specifics. Every day there are more listings on there with that.
Gwendolyn, do SpongeBob and Patrick keychains sell good for good money?
I missed something.
She said she sold some SpongeBob stuff.
I would imagine it's pretty decent because you can't find that stuff anymore.
Yeah, discontinued stuff sells good. I have airplane stickers on mine that have the mark through them, not to send them air, because you cannot send colognes and perfumes through the air. Priority.
Oh, okay. So basically, if someone stored it in a garage or something, it could have gone bad.
I have sold one Shriner hat, like the big hat, which was like the King whoever,
yeah,
like the Flintstones. But I don't have any Masonic hats, ball caps. I might have had one, and there may be one in my store, but I don't normally see them. But I do still sell used perfume, even though you're supposed to only sell new. I just mark new, and then in the description I say see notes, and I put it's used 75% to get around it. Because I mean, I've had stuff listed for a long time. I'm not just taking it down.
Oh, Jennifer, when you go in there, it basically says required soon, so you know which ones they want. But you don't know what they keep changing it constantly. So every day there's new requirements. So they're going through one of their moments again that eBay loves to do.
Yeah, Robert, I would say, I mean, eBay to me is about memories. That's what I buy off eBay from. So I would say to the persons that are in the Masonic organizations that you've got caps for, they'll sell. I just don't know how much because I'm not real familiar with. I've never found a lot of them. Yeah, I've sold some of the old, like, not Old Spice, but some of the other, like, Old Country and some of those for pretty good money because you just can't find them anymore. It's like soap. When my grandma, when I was little, she had Vel, V-E-L soap, and it comes in a box, and her bathroom always smelled like Vel soap. So my memories of my grandma was that soap. And you cannot buy it now. It's no longer around. But if you go on eBay and look up Vel soap and find it, it's at least $30 a bar.
Really?
Yes. if you can get lucky enough to find it, I'm not paying that much for it, but
Yeah.
Same with, because that's what I remember about her house. That and doilies on the furniture,
Yeah.
and the little the sugar little jelly, the orange slices and stuff in the little dishes.
Oh, in the jar, in the glass jar, of course.
I ate a lot of those.
Now, do men's colognes sell really well? The only men's cologne I know is in the 80s, all the guys wore Dracar Noir. That's the only one I know. And now I'm like, whoop, and I smell it because everybody wore it back then. It's nasty. Yeah, you can't ignore the items, item specifics for too much longer because they're making they'll end your listing coming up very soon if you don't update them.
Yeah. I had 800 when that thing first came out, and it took me a couple of weeks to get through them all on the required. Now on the recommended, I probably have almost 3,000. I'm not doing those.
Yeah, me neither.
But there's a lot of people not happy with eBay right now because of a lot of things, and this new $20 fee for disputes, and just the fact that they do not take care of the people that are making the money, which is us, the sellers. And a lot of channels are talking about it now, and there's a lot of options now. There's not just eBay anymore. Well, who was it? Charlie? No, Dracar.
North Georgia Flipper.
Angie just said, I stink. I still wear it.
When I was in high school, every guy, it was. Which
one? Polo Sport or Dracar?
No, Dracar Noir. They all wore it.
Maybe some jupe.
Oh, you can sell them under collectibles for used perfumes. Okay. Dracar and Polo, every guy in high school in the 80s. Right, Lissa?
Well, I wore like Old Spice or Old Country or whatever.
Because you were older.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But it was in the 80s. Every single guy, at least where I lived, Dracar. You would go into a room and be like, whoa. It was not a little bit.
So now you're calling people. He's going to sub from you now. If you lose a subscriber, it was NGA because you said he stinks.
Sorry, I don't mean that you smell. Only the smelly guy at the bin smells now.
Oh, that's funny. Calling our followers stinky. Yep. Calling our subscribers stinky now.
Oh, the Axe 10 years ago? Yep.
I wear, oh my God, now I just went blank. What do I wear? It's a popular one. I forgot now. From Dillard's or Macy's, one of those. I forgot.
Right.
It starts with the O, I think.
Yes, I was in Ohio in high school. I graduated in 1989. Hey, Raymond.
77 for me in Texas.
I grew up in a small town.
I grew up outside the gate of an Air Force base and went to the Navy.
Oh, Raymond says 700.
English leather. Hey, Raymond. One of the winners. That guy's lucky. He's won twice now in my giveaways.
Nice.
He's going to be running around with a In-A-Man golf head cover. And what did he win today? He won, and a TheCapGuy ball cap. If you ain't the toast of the golf course, I don't know who is.
No, people are going to be
Jack Kelly says I never grew up.
On your head.
Huh?
So people are going to be looking at him like, what are you wearing, dude?
Well, then they just need to look back at his golf clubs and see the In-A-Man on the back of his
Then they'll just walk away slowly, backing up. 94 Findlay, Ohio. Okay. See, love Ohio people.
87, 94. 94? Man, my last child was born in 93.
But I graduated pretty much a year early because I had a summer birthday. I have an unopened Michael Jordan cologne with the mini basketball.
I found these today. I've had these for a while in my safe. I don't think they're worth a lot of money, but they're 90s big, what are they? Upper deck gold cards, foil cards. And then I was going through looking for passports. And then I found
Raymond is an 81 model, Eddie 83.
autograph McHale. And this one's worth the most, Magic Johnson.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love Prince. That's something I probably would have bought too.
81 model, 83. 81, I was in the Navy. 83, I was just out of the Navy.
Gwendolyn, when I was in high school was listening to Guns N' Roses, I was listening to the Beatles and Prince.
Well, that's a mixture.
I know. And the Dead Kennedys, but we'll leave that for another day. I had eclectic taste in high school.
In the late 70s, I was listening to disco and Tom Petty's Refugee. Boom, boom, boom.
Really? You can still sell the little perfume sample cards? Wow.
Oh, yeah, I have samples of something starts with an S, and I haven't sold it, but it's all kinds of samples, and it's worth quite a bit of money.
Really?
It's a French stuff. I forgot what it is now. George Michael. George Michael was really good, yeah. There's a lot of great artists. I mean, I think the Bee Gees were one of the best bands ever, and they played in different eras, different kinds of music, but they were some of the best. The Clash, Rock the Casbah. Yeah.
Rock the Casbah.
Actually, that video was filmed in Austin. You'll see the F-4 Phantoms flying. They were flying over Bergstrom Air Force Base, which is where I lived right off the base. In that video, they filmed that in Austin, Texas. Rock the Casbah. And the armadillos running around in the video. See, that was the great times, too, in the 80s. You had MTV where they actually played videos. And you got to see
remember that.
Eddie Money.
When Real World came on the first season.
I liked Real World, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I was watching that. And we had Milli Vanilli, The Scandal.
Yeah, it's because they lip synced.
Yep. And then I hated things back then, like George Michael was gay and he couldn't come out, because it was at that time just very not accepted universally. I'm so glad that's changed now.
Man, these people.
What happened?
I got a $25 vintage Jacksonville Jaguar ball cap, $25. I set an offer for $23. They counter with $15 free shipping. I'll hold on to it. Thank you.
Just send a $22.
No, he didn't send me an offer. He's sending me a message.
Oh, pass. Ravensburger puzzle. Nice. I still have not listed anything on Mercari.
Sorry, I will pass. Thank you. No, I never had a mullet. Matter of fact, I didn't even barely have long hair. I did have feathered hair parted down the middle because I did live in the disco era. So me and Travolta. Paul's back. Or did Paul ever leave? Because he's been quiet.
Who in the Clash? That's awesome.
Shake, shake, shake your booty.
Oh,
shake.
North Georgia Flip. You're right. Everyone knew. I mean, obviously it was publicity. His publicist didn't want people to know because that would ruin his image. Heck, I remember even, who is the guy on American Idol that was really just a crooner, could sing like Queen songs and stuff.
Oh, Adam Lambert.
Yeah, but because he was, kind of out there and gay, that's why he lost. Not because he wasn't the most talented, but people wouldn't accept him even then, it just wasn't accepted like it is now. I mean, we were so homophobic as a country just a few years ago.
Trying to see how to send a link on this one
today. Yeah.
Yeah, this Jacksonville hat is an older hat. Trying to figure out how to send it on.
The big rookie card I had up for $65 got a $30 offer. What the? Oh, you were over there seeing Chuck? Good. I'm glad you were. Are they done already?
Who?
Chuck. Back row bidder.
What about? Are they done already?
That's what I asked.
Oh, I don't know.
I was asking Paul.
Oh.
Did y'all say you watch other YouTubers' eBay sales? Yeah, for sure. I try to watch as many people as I can. People that like support my channel, I definitely try to support theirs. But unfortunately, sometimes there's just people will put out a lot of videos in a few short, in like a few days, and sometimes it's hard to see everybody's. But I do try to go check everyone out.
Yes, Boy George was, Gwendolyn, and Angie just put the link in there. You see the item number for that cap.
Oh, let me see it. Oh, that's a nice cap.
Yep. I've never seen one like that before, but it is a vintage Jacksonville Jaguar. I've got some vintage like 49ers, Cowboys.
Is it all embroidered?
Now you made me look at it. I'm not a Jacksonville fan. I'm a Cowboy fan.
I know, but it's like nice. I just wonder if the Jaguar on there is embroidered.
I've got a really cool Grambling one that's really blinged out. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's embroidered, yes.
Yeah.
And that's how I do mine. It's by the game. You see how I take my pictures, how many pictures are in there, Team NFL, the game. Yeah, it's pretty old. I just sold a Seattle Mariner Seahawks vintage one that I found, and I sold it the same day I listed it.
Really?
Yeah.
I love to watch what sold videos. I love when I find something while sourcing that I normally would have walked away if I didn't see someone else sell it. Absolutely. I do that all the time now.
No, Raymond.
Go ahead.
Raymond, I have a vintage 80s bowl game windbreaker of the Volunteers, one of the bowls they were in, but I don't have any vintage. And then the only other thing I have is a Tennessee Volunteer gym shorts, 2 pair in a bundle that aren't very expensive on eBay, and that's it for Tennessee.
What I was going to say is I have been searching now for Mary-Kate and Ashley videos.
I know, me too. I saw that. I was like, huh?
So every time I'm like, Mary-Kate and Ashley.
I've been doing the same thing. I watched Retro Rick was showing video games with the little flip thing on the DVD, the old paper cover.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how expensive those games are, how much they're worth. And I'm like, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen? And now I'm looking for them too. And I'll tell you another one is Killer Clowns from Outer Space on the old VHS. That's a $200 video game, folks.
Dang.
I mean, VHS, not video game. And Ryan, Angie, if you send me a $4 offer, I wouldn't even respond to that one. I'll say, I'll pretend we're playing Battleship, and I'll say, hit and sunk. You sunk my submarine. Oh, my goodness, he burned them.
Oh, Cindy,
one of the things I hate is when I go to one of these country towns, and I said, y'all have any old ball caps? Oh, we just threw all my dad's old ball caps away.
Oh, my God.
What?
Okay, Gwendolyn. Not going dumpster diving for pillows anytime soon. Hey, what I try to do when I do what solds or when I buy something is why I bought it and, give some kind of explanation. I hope that helps people. And, I'm all about trying to teach you good things to get. And Bobby does the same thing. So
it's all about comping.
Yeah. So
and unique. I would say and taking chances on unique stuff. You've never seen it before. And you go, wow, I've never seen that before. And then you go, I want that. Amber Out Country Sales found that in a thrift store, and I went on eBay and found my own, and it was new in the box. So I had to have it.
Do you have it listed?
No, it's mine.
Oh, you're keeping it?
That's my hoarder stuff. Yeah, if y'all saw my inventory, you saw my knick-knack shelf in front of me. Yeah, I have my own collection of crap. 5-point boys, Robert. Okay. I put my Robert, you don't make videos. Oh yeah, you do. Why don't you put your links in your YouTube tags? That's what I do on my eBay store. I've only probably sold to 6 or 7 people. You bought something from me, Angie. Are they wearing them?
All the time. They both love
them. I bought from a bunch of people, and then yeah, I mean, you got if it's $1 or $2, take a chance. You ain't gonna lose but $1 or $2. It's when it costs a lot of money. You gotta, comp it. But unique stuff's what I think is what people want. When you can find one-offs and nobody else has it. I mean, I found a Steve Young champion 49er jersey today. There's only one on eBay that's white. The rest are red, and they're plentiful in red, but there's not many in white. So I got it.
Faith, Mini Mimi. What I do in a situation like that when the size tag is missing on a clothing is I will take measurements. So if it's armpit to armpit, 20 inches, I know that's probably going to be a medium or large. And I just find something from the same brand and look on eBay. And not everyone does measurements, but a lot of people do. And just find one that has the same measurements. And then so you can list it. So if if yours is 20 inches and theirs is 20 inches and a size large, you can list it as a large, but say size tag is missing. Please see measurements below, and just give measurements.
On any shirt, I see notes or see measurements on every title, so they go down and they go to the description, and I put them in every listing, because if I don't and I bag everything and skew it, I'll get a note. Hey, what's the armpit to armpit, and what's the length of that shirt? And I
put the measurements in everyone.
I'd say 90% of the time I answer questions on eBay that don't sell. So
I only comp things in stores. I'll take my lumps and learns. Do you mean like at yard sales you don't comp things, you just buy it? Sometimes I don't have a choice, because I'll go to places and there's no service. We'll get these little country, roads up a ways where there's not a lot of cell service, and you just have to go with your gut. And heck, for years and years and years, that's exactly how everyone did eBay, because there weren't cell phones with data and stuff.
Well, I didn't sell when there weren't cell phones. Of course, I didn't always look stuff up. I just bought stuff I knew about. Jerseys is what I started with. So, yeah, and a lot of people are buying caps. Maybe I should have shut up about caps, because a lot of people are buying them now, and I see other channels buying them. I'm like, but if you're not in my town, I don't care. You can buy all the caps you want. But right. If you're in my town, I'm like, maybe I should shut up about where I'm getting caps at. There's still plenty of ball caps out there, folks. Plenty.
Oh, for sure. Anyone here a Jimmy Buffett fan?
No.
Oh, I love Jimmy Buffett.
I heard you talking about. What did you call yourself?
Look at this.
What? What did you say? You called yourself a name today.
Beardhead.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, 4 CDs and the book. I had this in the 90s. And this one is sealed. I can't believe somebody had this for all this time and never opened it. What, are they crazy? I want to keep it so badly, but it will sell for $40. Oh, so sadly, it's going to be sold.
It'd be out of here in a minute.
I love Jimmy Buffett.
I mean, he's okay. He's just not somebody I prefer. If I'm going to pick somebody to listen to, it ain't going to be Jimmy Buffett.
It's just,
Margaritaville.
But no,
maybe,
see that you only know the popular songs that are not his good songs.
Maybe Kenny Chesney or somebody, because he at least shows himself in the sand.
Lissa, I totally remember doing exactly that. Going to Goodwill, looking up, finding stuff, writing it down. Oh yeah. Or I actually remember like calling home and like, hey, look this up for me. Yeah.
Eddie, I've never seen a 10-minute offer before. And I wonder, Cindy, if those hats are worth something, if you still have coal mines and car. They might be worth something. I mean, they're going to be worth something to the people that have them. I found a pretty cool Florida Marlins ball cap today. Y'all know where Florida is?
Mm-hmm.
Cheeseburger in Paradise. There you go. Yeah, Cheeseburger in Paradise is Whataburger for me.
Yeah, you know what? Gwendolyn, you could be right. If your listing ends in 20 minutes, that could be why you only have that amount of time. Now it'll automatically renew, but right? Margaritas by the pitcher. Tracy, have a great night. Tracy is going to bed.
Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I found this one today, and it's got the palm trees on it, the marlin, and it's by American Needle, which is a pretty good one to get. So that was like $1.97.
Was pot leaves.
It could be. I like this one because it gives me a head full of hair.
That's nice.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
JT's favorite hat. He used to wear it early on in the videos. I've got it up here. Angie's waiting with breathless anticipation. Hold my beer, or I gotta pet this dog.
That's
I think
right.
I'll wear this hat for a while. Kind of, yeah, it makes me look younger, doesn't it? Maybe I should dye my beard.
Sure. It makes you look younger.
I have a whole
you look something.
Yes, I have a ton of caps to list. Yes, you're right.
Right, Lissa? It looked like pot leaves.
No, it's not pot leaves. Lissa doesn't have palm trees where she lives. She has possums.
I have palm trees here, but those look like pot leaves.
She just has possums and snow.
Hmm.
Those are, and then if that ain't Hawaiian, I don't know, or well, Caribbean, I guess, because since it's from Florida. I prefer Hawaii to Florida any day.
Today is the 24th, Eddie.
Yes. Doesn't end to the 24th. Well, that's another wherever you live.
That's only like a few hours left of the 24th. Keith, have a great night.
Good night there, DJ. And I don't mean DJ from Full House either. Yeah, I kind of could do something with this. Yeah.
That's fancy.
Now, I don't have a bald spot in the back of my head right here, up here in the crown.
Look to Wade's hat design, right? That's
yeah. Y'all always probably notice in my videos I'm always messing with my hat.
And why is that?
Man Mountain Link used to mess with me all the time. How many times did you touch your hat? As many times as Bob says Bob and Bob Newhart. Remember that drinking game? Every time he would say it, you'd take a drink?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that has a little bit freaking me out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't take that offer unless you did something offer you want. I don't care how. It don't take me 10 minutes to make up my mind if somebody sends me a crappy offer. I'll be professional though because I'm a
Dye the beard and go undercover.
undercover angel, midnight fantasy. You like that?
That's great.
Everything I do turns into a song. Michael Myers hair. Yeah. Or what's the him the movie? Oh God, just went blank. Movie with him and where they were rockers. Come on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody will say it before I do. I'm trying to hum it to remember it. Come on, somebody help me out. Michael Myers movie where they make their rockers. They run around. Wayne's World. There we go. Thank you, Lisa. I knew somebody would know it real quick. What's that look for?
They were rockers in Wayne's World.
Yeah, they were rockers. They drove around in a was it a Gremlin or an AMC Pacer or something, and they rocked out where they were sitting at the street light, you know, at the stoplight. Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Good night, Ella. That's why we don't play. Party on, Garth. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Do y'all ever buy from Goodwill online? Have you?
I have tried to win some video games on there, but I did not win. They got ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So, no.
I have found that the prices all get pretty high, and they do have the boxes that you can get on Fridays. They come out. But to be honest, I've seen like the plush ones that people have had, and I would be seriously disappointed if I paid, $20 plus $5 for shipping for one of those boxes, because what they're getting, they're going to be lucky if they get $25 back.
That might be an idea for me to start doing boxes and selling boxes of stuff and sending to people to resell.
Ella, have a great night. We'll see you next time.
And I don't to be honest, Goodwill's gotten ridiculous with their prices anyway.
Yeah.
But you still find things that they overlooked. The other day I found that Pluto Disney thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was $202 and it's a $60 DVD set. So they don't catch everything, but it's still, you got to look harder than you used to have because they figured out video games are worth money and other things.
But then you have to wonder, okay, how much did they have this listed as for it to end up at the Goodwill bins? Wouldn't they rather sell it for $10? But they probably had $30 on it. Dan, have a great night.
There'll be somebody sitting on their porch in Ohio feeding beer to possums that'll want to listen to some Jimmy Buffett while they're out there, so they'll probably buy it. I think I'll get a response here in a minute.
Maybe she didn't hear you.
No, she heard. I promise she heard.
Listen, you have to teach me about jewelry. You need to start doing videos. Seriously. I know nothing about jewelry, and I would love to learn some stuff.
We'll get you to 100 subscribers in a week. Start putting them out there.
There it is.
Yeah. Feeding them possums beer. That possum probably ain't 21 either. I probably could turn her in. But I don't want her to go to jail. All right, y'all have a great night. We're going to end here in a minute too. It's
almost 3 hours. So
yeah, I don't need hours, folks. I need subs.
I need hours. Well, I need subs
and subs, but you need hours a lot. How many hours do you have, Angie?
2,500.
Oh, so yeah, you need to do some lives.
Mm-hmm. And here we are, 3 hours on your channel.
We go 3 on yours too, unless you cut it off.
No, we can do whenever. Oh, but not now. I need to go to sleep.
Value resellers, if I send out boxes, I would send valuable stuff that I just don't want to mess with listing. I wouldn't do that.
Lissa, I don't know how to tell anything. I don't know. I know like 925 means sterling silver, maybe, but like what the differences are in the metals, how to tell, how to look for brands, what to look for in estate jewelry, and what makes it valuable, and what like brands and styles. I mean, literally, I know nothing.
I have bags and boxes of jewelry and stuff I have not even gone through.
Like, how do you decide what to buy? How do you know that that's a valuable item versus other things?
Nan only needs 18 more, so if anybody hasn't subscribed to Thrifty Nana Horton, please do so. We're going to get out of here, folks. Yes, Jennifer, I hate that they all go there, but I'm hearing more and more of that too. Salvation Army, they don't even hardly do video games anymore. So,
really?
Yeah. Yard sales are going to be your best place to find them, or estate sales, I would say. I mean,
absolutely.
A lot of people are doing this now, and video games are a big time item that people are after. They do sell quick, but not all of them are valuable. I've got proof of that over here. Yeah.
For sure.
And I've got a bunch sitting over there, probably 200 that aren't worth more than $3 or $4 a piece.
The quicker flipper picker upper. You hit us just at the end. Good to see you.
And Gwendolyn, that's true. We do catch some of the Goodwills are lazy, and so they do let it get by them and just send it on down. But lately, the ones I've been in, they don't have a lot of stuff because they aren't getting the donations right now as much as they were. So, for whatever reason. But everybody, appreciate you. Angie, appreciate you. And next Wednesday at 7, we'll be on Angie's channel. Don't forget, Angie's doing a challenge on the 1st, which is Monday.
Yep.
And y'all have a great night. Thanks again for coming. And as always, we appreciate you. We really do. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye. Bye-bye.